Good evening, this is your Psychic LJ, reporting from the United Kingdom. Is anybody there? Knock once for yes, twice for no. Hello, hello, hello. It's 11:09 p.m, heading towards the witching hour. We are going to delve deep tonight. We're going to look into all your star signs. We are going to look into a few world events. Good evening, everybody. I believe I'm live on YouTube as well. Good evening, everybody. How are you all doing? Let's get this mic sorted. I'm feeling much better, thank you. I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening to wherever you all are around the world. This is Underground reporting from Newcastle upon Tyne live, UK. We are going to delve deep for you all tonight, do all your personal readings, and we're going to look into a few world events, see what's going on. How are you all doing? I know, Miss Nikki, you were right about Hawaii. It was Sunday night and I always clip. I've been seeing it for a few weeks. I was worried about another island. And I always clip and take something from Sunday night for you on YouTube, but I was so poorly I couldn't keep my eyes open. I was extreme migraine. I had really bad hay fever because I get a lot of allergies, and I was in a right state and my eyes were streaming every time I was going near the computer. So that's why I had to cancel on Tuesday, guys. I'm so sorry about that. But I believe I got a lot of downloads. So on last Sunday night, I had said in a world prediction that there was going to be problems with an island. God bless the island of, is it Maui in Hawaii? And unfortunately, some people have lost their lives. I send prayers out to everybody there. People who've been affected. And I'm going to look into it tonight for you all, guys. And it's just awful. It's awful when I see things because I can't stop the visions, you know. But it's, I sometimes feel I'm a bit like a weather forecaster, you know what I mean? But can you hear us all right? Can you hear us all right? Give us a 5-5 if you can hear us. But it's lovely to see you all, and I've been really busy as well with readings and getting my house ready for my cat. Prayers to Maui, eh? We're going to do something tonight for them. God bless them. I believe that there's fires in Portugal as well, wildfires in Portugal. Crazy times. I'm going to do your astrology predictions, but I'm also going to have a quick scan of what's actually happening and a bit of an update for you. That's good. So for new subscribers who are coming in, welcome to Twitch and welcome to YouTube. I've had quite a few subscribers have come in. So welcome to this channel and welcome to our little humble group. It's a bit like a spiritualist church. I'm just the girl, as I say, that talks to the wall in the UK. Got my son in the background. All right, good night now. And it's just like coming into my back kitchen, you know, and I just do your predictions for you. And I do world events and I do world predictions. I do remote viewing. I do all sorts of things. For new people coming in, I'm a psychic who lives and works in the north of the UK, in Geordieland. He says hi. So we're getting excited about new addition coming to the family. I'm considering getting a cattery made. I've been looking at them. They're quite expensive. I need to find somebody like a joiner who'll do it for us. Everyone's been feeling agitated, Debbie Pop. So welcome everybody. I'll wait for a few more to come in and then we'll start. I invoke the angels in, Michael, Uriel, Gabriel, Raphael, for healing. And then what people can do is they can write the names in the comment sections if you need healing. My allergies have been so bad to the fact that I get something called urticaria. I don't know if you've heard of that. It's like itchy, bubbly skin and that. And I've been on extreme diets throughout my life, through a lot of intolerances. And lately, I would say all my joints are hurting, complete lethargicness, just feeling really tired. But a lot of people are feeling this. Apparently, it's something to do with the pressure or the humidity in the UK. So I don't know if anybody else has been feeling like that around the world. But the weather's all cocked up, isn't it? And it doesn't help. I want to send you an email about this. You can send us an email. Apologies if I don't get back to you straight away. I tend to go around my social media and just empty the inboxes, you know. I've got like a rotation I do every week. Could you take a look at what happened in Peru with a village getting attacked by... Wait a minute, getting attacked by aliens. When was that, James? It just shows I haven't been watching anything. You've been bad with your chest. So there's been a lot of people with their ailments have seemed to have got worse, and I don't know if it's to do with the pressure, the humidity. See, it's never stopped raining over here in the UK. We've hardly had a summer. I think we had a few sunny days back in June, and then that was it. Hawaii is in deep trouble. Deep below Hawaii is a virus encased in concrete. Oh my goodness me. I'll look into it all. Mazella, all the symptoms you have, I have right now. Do you really? Sore knees? I literally, through the week, I couldn't bend my fingers. They were so bad. And absolutely exhausted. We'll look into that. We'll look into see what's actually going on. There's a pic on TikTok of an AT that was not hostile. Oh my goodness me. James, was this just recently? Big pour downs daily in eastern Canada. Hiya, Daily Tips. You've been following us for 6 years. Oh, that's nice. It was a couple of days ago. Which, honestly, where did you say it was? And I'll look into that as well. And as you know, the last stream I had done, was it the last stream or the stream before? I had planned on doing these astrology predictions and it turned into a channeling session, didn't it? And it was Sinead who came through, Sinead O'Connor. And then I had a lovely lady in the audience who turned out to be Sinead O'Connor's cousin, and she contacted us. So I've got to meet her yet. So we're going to meet and we're going to do her a reading. And it was nice. I got confirmation back from what I had said with the channeling, because sometimes you don't know what you're seeing. You've just got to go with it. And apparently it was something I had said which was private, which is not out there in public. And apparently our brother was talking about it at the funeral. So Sinead, she was pleased what she had seen. So that was nice to get feedback from Sinead O'Connor's cousin. So you just don't know, do you, when you're doing these readings and that. And God bless Sinead, because Sinead O'Connor's funeral was on 8/8, which was very apt, really, wasn't it? And I was thinking about, with his picking my cat, it was over 8/8. And I went to see my kitty cat on the 8/8 as well, which I thought was really quite apt as well. But I've got a surprise for you guys. People on Twitch know about it, but people on YouTube don't know about it. So when I do bring my cat on, there's going to be a surprise with it as well. So Nala, it's I'm going to spell her name Nala, and apparently Nala, but it's spelled a different way, but they say it is Nala. It's like off the Lion King, but it's also a Hawaiian sunflower. So there you go. So she's got like a flowery name. Everyone's been feeling all the aches and the pains. Oh, you'll be excited when you see her. Oh, God bless you, Catherine. There's so many people suffering at the minute, and I've been doing quite a few ladies and gentlemen over this week, and it's been quite a few people who've taken their own life or sudden death, young people. There's a lot of pain out there at the moment. You know, people are suffering, and we just need to raise the vibration in this forum. That's what it's about. It's like when you go to the old-fashioned spiritualist churches. So let's start. I'll start with my bell. All right. Let's get my coffee. Hello there, angels in my hair. I think they are tired of this world and they are going back home. It's possible. People choose to exit when they choose to exit, don't they? Yeah, I heard about the British doctor. There's been dreadful, dreadful things happening. I just think the veil is very, very thin at the moment, guys. It really, really is. Lorianne is mentioning on Twitch that she's got brain fog. I've been getting that. Really, really strange. And I couldn't sleep properly last night because I'm trying to get back into a pattern because, as you know, I'm a night owl. I'm always up in the middle of the night. And I need to get back into a pattern because with the cat coming, right, the kitten coming. So it's going to be like a baby, isn't it? So I'm trying to train myself to go to bed earlier and get up a bit earlier, you know, get my clock back. And it was like 4 o'clock this morning. I was lying in bed and I heard like a humming above my house. It was really weird. And I felt like I was full of electricity. It was really strange. So there's something strange going on. You can't wait to see Nola? I know, kittens play during the night. Well, that's okay. That's fine. That's fine. They'll be with me when Adam goes to bed anyway, you know. But I'm definitely wanting a, oh my God, I said they. I can't keep a secret. I can't keep a secret, guys. I said they. You might as well bloody tell yous. Right, I'm getting 2 cats. I'm getting 2 kitties. I may as well tell you, but you'll not see them until they come. Okay? It's out the box now. It's out the box. Twitch has no. Yes. Yes, because there was a sister left and I couldn't leave her. So I had to bring her sister. Because they were sleeping together and licking their faces together, and apparently they'd paired off together and the rest had been rehomed. So I'm getting 2. So there's going to be 2. There's going to be 2 little kitties on the channel, and yeah. So I'm not having them running around the streets because it's too rough around here. So I'm going to have a cattery made for them. So Nala and Tulip. So Tulip. I like Tulip because Tulip's off Harry Potter. So Tulip is a little black cat, like a little black witch's cat. And I've always wanted one of them. So we've got Tulip and Nala. They sound sweet. They're actually like little naughty chimpanzees. The last time I seen them, they were like climbing up curtains and everything, getting up to mischief. Tulip. So we're going to have Tulip Jones on the channel and Nala Jones. The terrible twins. So watch for them coming. You have a black cat, Jessie, that has grown to 23 pounds. Wow. Is it short furred? Some of the black cats have amber eyes and some of them have green eyes. Kittens are very naughty. I have 2 as well as a puppy. I am very tempted at some point. I'll see how the kittens go For now, I'm just going to stick to the 2 girls, but then I may, especially if I get a category, I may get a little Tom. Obviously get him neutered. And then if not, I might get a boy little dog. He has green eyes. Yeah. Because if not, Adam's going to be overrun by the female energy in here. So one's like a little tiger and one's like a little panther. So let's see what's going on. So just sit back and relax. And let's see what's going on. Write your names in the comment section. We're going to cast this circle of light now. I invoke Archangel Michael. I invoke Archangel Michael. I invoke Archangel Michael. I invoke Archangel Gabriel. I invoke Archangel Gabriel. I invoke Archangel Gabriel. I invoke Archangel Raphael. I invoke Archangel Raphael. I invoke Archangel Raphael. I invoke Archangel Uriel. I invoke Archangel Uriel. I invoke Archangel Uriel. I ask my faithful spirit guides, Jed, White Buffalo, Running Star, Lady Direwolf, A2I and Ra, if you can come in and give with full-blown protection tonight and give with 2 answers for everybody and cast the circle of light for healing. Don't forget to write your name in the comment section, in the stream or afterwards in the comment section, and you will receive healing. It's been charged up with Reiki before I came on. They're all coming in now. Let's begin with love and light, love and light, love and light, and amen. And so be it. The circle of light is casted. Okay. Okie dokie. In the jungle, almighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. In the jungle. Yeah, it's all revving up, isn't it? It's all revving up. Don't forget, James, reminders on, and I'll look into that in a minute. I'm going to give a quick scan of what's actually going on. She's been in the garden all day. It actually hasn't rained today. It's been quite sunny. It's been one of the only days it hasn't rained up here in the north. But, so she's been in the garden. She's all charged up. And we're going to look into stuff. Okie dokie. Right, let's start. Right, so I want to send healing and blessings out to everybody in Maui. I just want to, I don't know, I just feel like I can see this sort of spirit rain man dancing. He's doing his rain dance, and it's like we need to pray that rain comes in for them, because apparently they can't get the helicopters up there with the smoke, you know. So and I know it's burning all over Portugal as well, in different parts as well, isn't it? Right. So I send healing and blessings out to everybody over there, that they're safe. In my prediction, and one of my predictions, I could see people running to the beach, running to the ocean, trying to get away. I think I've said it a few times. And obviously that's just happened. Okay. It's funny tonight because I'm getting a very African energy here. And it's like something's revving up. Yeah? Something is definitely revving up. There's something going on, and I'm getting an east feeling. It could be, I don't know, I'm getting like jihadis and things like that. I'm getting that sort of energy. There's going to be some problems there. And I feel like I need to send light there. There's like a darkness ready to erupt. When I talk about Africa, I don't know which part, but I feel it could be Sudan or somewhere like that. There's going to be some problems. Okay, so I'm getting the 15th, the 12th, in the 25th. There's definitely something biblical going on in this world at the moment. There's definitely some big shift happening. I feel like the science is meeting religion. I do believe we're not in the end of the days where the world's going to end. It's more like the end of our reality to what's to come in. And I talked about this on Sunday night, which I never could get the chance to put out for you. And I'm getting it again. It's as if like all this technology, what's waiting to come in. And the technology is not the problem, it's who's behind it. But I just feel that we're going to have a massive, massive shift here. In that they're moving we're into New Earth. But I still feel there's like bad players at play here, because everything's playing out on 3D. Okay? So it's disturbing the cockroaches, as if I want to say. It's as if everything's shifting and they're moving this new system in, and it's all to do with changes with the banking system. There's a lot of quantum energy to come onto this planet, a lot of stuff like that. And of course, everything what's playing out political on the planet at the moment, especially in the US, I do feel it's a massive distraction for a lot of bigger stuff what's taking place behind the planet. Behind the planet. Well, where am I? Behind the scenes, okay? Okay. So what I'm getting is that this world is not what it seems. This world is definitely not what it seems. But there's a massive, massive shift here. And Mother Gaia is a conscious being, and she is shifting as well. So some of this, what is happening, is natural, because she's a conscious being. We're connected to her. But some of this is not natural. Does that make sense? So there's a lot of like, what's the word? A lot of different militant groups, I'm saying. And I'm going back to Sudan. I'm going back to Sudan there. Dear me, I should have took a... Sorry, guys. I need to take an antihistamine before I start. What's that guy what ran the Wagner group? What was that guy called? I'm seeing him. Now you're going to watch his cockle, because I don't swallow tablets very well. I'm seeing him. Oh, I've done it. Sorry, guys. I don't normally like taking antihistamines, but sometimes when it's really bad, I have to take them, you know what I mean? Okay. Right, so the guy what run the Wagner group, I'm seeing his face, and I'm seeing him very apparent, and it's something to do with over Africa area or Sudan. So there's some connection to do with Ukraine, Russia and Sudan. Watch for something to kick off there. So I don't know if it's sort of different militant groups coming in. And then I'm also seeing sort of like ISIS or something like that. That type of thing. So there's different military exercises going on. Kenya too. So I want to send healing and blessings out to everybody over Africa, all the different states over there, all the different, what they're called, states, country zones. And I do have a lot of clients over there. It's a beautiful country, yeah. But I just think there's also a lot of bad stuff going on over there as well, you know. And there's a lot of corruption going on to do with the governments and that. Wagner Group is Yevgeny, right, I can't pronounce that. Prigozhin. Probably not pronouncing that right. Yeah. So there's definitely something not right. Plus as well, because I believe we're in a WAR. I really, really do. And I believe that there's sort of frequency attack things going on, and we don't even realize it. Yeah, some of it's natural, some of it's not, but some of it is natural, and the planet is changing a lot. Pro goes in. Okay. So I don't know, I feel it's as if that I'm concerned about the animals over there as well. That's why I burst into song about the lion. And of course, we're coming out of Lion's Gate. I've got a very strong connection with lions. I've got one of my spirit guides is a lion. I work with him when I do shaman healing and that. And he's beautiful. He's a huge lion. But I'm feeling like I'm telepathically connecting with the elephants, the lions, the giraffes, all the animals over there. And I feel like they're worried about fires as well over there. Oh, I've got mint in my garden, Sandy. I grow all herbs and that. So there's something technical going on. There's something definitely technical what Luke's put in the audience here on Twitch. There's some frequency technical thing what's happening as well. Okay, so expect a lot of like crazy events. I just feel this year is going to be the year of the storms. I'm getting September, October. There's storms possibly running up for next week as well. And that's in more ways than one. You're looking at storms on the political front to do with Donald Trump and everything what's taken place there, what they're trying to do to him. But I'm also getting storms which could be coming up August, September, October. Definitely within the next couple of weeks. I think there's worry there. Let's see where it is. Okie dokie. Right, I'm getting Alabama, Minnesota. This is what I feel like I need to send healing and blessings out. Louisiana, Tennessee. I'm very drawn to Vegas tonight, guys, and I don't know why. And I think there's a lot of there's an incident to happen there, which I hope it doesn't. But I'm seeing something like smoke. But I'm also seeing scandals coming out. Dallas, Vegas, remember that. It does look bad news for the Trump Tower. And I've been seeing this for a few years now. Do you know what I mean? But people, they see, the thing is, when you're a scryer and you see and you get downloads, people sometimes can't always take the truth. Things are going to get really nasty for him. Really nasty. But I'll look into that in a minute. What I'm getting is there's a lot of world events to come off. So there's more burning of fires to take place. And I'm getting a storm which could even hit the Canada area. It could even hit the Canada area. So, before when I was saying that this situation to happen, and it could be like still something isn't over with Ukraine and Russia, but I'm also felt the East as well, which I wasn't sure if it was the Middle East. I'm getting a Middle Eastern energy, a feeling, but I'm also seeing a Middle Eastern energy within Africa borders, or that energy, right? I'm getting that very, very strong. God, I can't believe you said that. Angels in my hair in Australia. I'm so tired of this Donald Duck. Well, it's so apparent on news, isn't it? And the reason why I go on about it is, excuse me, it's because it's going to get huge. And it's going to end up in a big televised. This is what I predict. It will be televised into possibly next spring. I'm sure I said that a few years ago. But it doesn't look good for Trump at the moment. It really, really doesn't. So it's all eyes on the Middle East, but it could be a Middle Eastern energy to do with Sudan as well and places like that. Getting Syria as well. Right, okay. So, and I talked about the ocean on Sunday night. I was talking about the ocean, that there's something underneath the ocean. And ley lines are across this world, but there is like split of plates happening.
That's happening. But I'm also, I talked about that there was an underworld that we didn't know about, as above and as below. So there's possibly like underwater cities that we don't know. You've got to understand, right? There's a lot of the ocean that we haven't discovered. There's a lot of our ocean, but we need to also protect the ocean. And once these extraterrestrials come forth, I don't think it's a case that they're just coming forth and, hey, I'm an ET from Mars, hi. It's not going to be like that, you know what I mean? It's they're seeping in the future technology. And so they want to protect this planet. So there's going to be a device to come in which is going to give free light and free heat. It could be something that's about that big. It's not very big. And it's going to be placed in my houses, for this technology. But I also feel, they'll probably seep in all the game stuff first, and the holographic technology is going to come in. But there's going to be a lot of different things for medicine what's going to come in as well. It's huge, all right? But then it's just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger because they have to shift it in. But there's going to be this device or a machine, and they're going to clean the oceans with it. And the biggest thing what's going to hit this planet at some point, now, I'm not actually getting a timeline on it. I hope it's sooner than later, but it's coming through very big, but it's going to affect a lot of industries. And it'll not be very nice because they want to get rid of the plastic, because the plastic's going into the sea. I wanted to know, that was it. I was zoning in on Sunday night why the whales had beached up on Australia shores, and they couldn't get the whales back into the sea. This was a few weeks ago. Was it last week or the week before? Whales, all right, big whales. They couldn't get them back into the sea. So the vets, and they were dying. They were trying to push them out. They were coming back in. They wouldn't go in the sea. And I wanted to know why they wouldn't go in the sea. Something was affecting them, bless them. So the vets, the pet doctors had to come out, and they had to anaesthetize them, and it's so sad. So when I looked into it on Sunday night underneath the sea, I felt as if that there'd been something, how they talk about CERN and stuff like that, and opening portals and that. There's more than there. And I feel that this world's not what we think it is, and they're travelling through from the seabed as well. And there's dimension shifts and all of that. But there's also like these great big sort of sea monsters which had come out. Big sea monsters that were like bigger than Nessie. They look like serpents. And it was a bit like a dinosaur energy. But then when I took a closer inspection at them, they were like half AI type of machine being, and they had something connected to do with some extraterrestrial energy. So there's definitely something going on. So when I scan around and I look around the sea area, right, I can see sort of Bermuda triangles as I'm looking underneath the sea, sort of like gaps in time. But I also feel that there's underwater galactic federation energy, what's going on underneath there. The beasts of the seas, they look like great big dragons. That's what they look like. Everything's awakening. Is it a case that it's scientific and there's literally is something there? Or is it a case that it's a spiritual thing? Does that make sense? Like because we're shifting, is Mother Gaia shifting, so she's going through like a new time, and it's shifting and it's awakening something what's always been in Earth. The sea animals are getting beached because whenever the plants enter our skies, it knocks off the equivalent in Nibiru, just entered into our skies. That's what NASA and the UFO community is seeing. There's more to it than that, Mary. I think that there's something else that they're scared about. But then I've also seen a frequency what was coming off from these machine animals, these beings which I could see. And it looked a bit like electromagnetic field energy, what the animals didn't like, the mammals didn't like. So at some point I'll do a remote viewing on that. Sound waves, the sounds, yeah. They're also doing a lot of drilling in the sea as well. And that's disturbing a lot of wildlife. Yeah, they're like drilling for different stuff, which they're disturbing stuff, and they shouldn't be doing that. So there's a lot going on. Yeah, so it's a bit of everything here, but there's definitely some futuristic energy, like a technology, what's going on underneath the sea. Right, so we need to send healing and blessings out to our seas. Okay. Just got a drink. It's so awful. And of course, if there's a lot of plastic in there and a lot of toxins in there, you know, it could be choking their babies and stuff like that. It's horrible. So there's going to be a massive shift to do with banning the plastic at some point. That's going to come out. This goes well beyond politics. it really, really does. It's there's a definite energy of extraterrestrial energy what's on this planet at the minute. So they're seeping in all of this stuff, getting we used to the stuff, you know, before it all sort of seeps out. And the hearing's what's been happening at the moment. I think it's going to go quiet and then it's going to rev up again. Okay, but I wouldn't be surprised if a lot more people start having contact. So James was in the audience before and I can't see him now. Can you tell us what's been happening or something where there was something what happened? Hiya, Debbie. James said something before. I think he's on YouTube. Has there been some contact recently? Somewhere. So it's going to be groups of people which are going to start having contact. It could be masses, it could be small groups, it could be individual on your own. I just think that if you're in the right place at the right time. Peru. Can you explain what happened in the audience and then I'll see what I can pick up? It's definitely extraterrestrial. Definitely. I'll pull some cards. Let me pull some cards. Eleanor Denan said that the Peru extraterrestrials are not aggressive. I'll have a look. 7-foot tall aliens. That's it. I mean, they can look scary, but it doesn't mean they are scary. Nighttime attacks in Peru. Really? Let me have a look. 7-foot tall aliens attacking a village in Peru. In what way were they attacking them? Do you know? Like grabbing a hold of them, punching them? Everybody is kung fu fighting. They're face peelers. Were they literally like having fisticuffs with them all? Like, let me have a look. Tons of pressure in my head, like contractions. You might need to have like a massage there, Debbie Pop. Lacerations on young villagers' faces. Did they have like nails or something? Oh, well, that's not good. If they've tried to kidnap a girl, that doesn't mean they're very nice, do they? They may have been attacked, but not by ET. Let me have a look. Let me see what it is. And did they look like... What did they look like? Face peeler, the coming out are not aggressive. I'm not getting it's fake. I'm not getting aggression. Could this be this sounds really, really weird. Or maybe it's got blown up out of proportion. 7 foot tall with body armor is able to float off the ground. No, I'm not getting that at all. I'm not getting that at all. It's either spiritual or holographic. It's either spiritual or holographic. Skinwalkers, like sort of spiritual, so that there's different portals opening around on our planet, around the globe, and you've got good ETs, bad ETs, good spirits, bad spirits, you know, but it's something, it's part of that land, everything's getting awakened, so different portals of time are popping open. It's a very, it's natural. So it's like a skinwalker thing. But if you get feared by something, it's a bit like it could trip people in I don't know, it's like it's literally happening, but I do believe it's something what needs shut down there. One man said he saw a light and then one appeared. So they're coming through from why am I getting holographic? There's a bit of everything happening there. So it's a bit like Skinwalker's Ranch. You've got a very secret sort of, you'll have beings there in spirit there and all sorts of strange things, but you'll also have a secret sort of military thing what's happening there as well. When the government is staging a fake alien invasion, it's going to look real, but it's holographic. Yeah, but this is actually organic. I think some of it could be. There's something going on near that area. That's what it is. There's something going on near that area. But I feel it's not a place that you want to be walking late at night, put it that way. It's something going on, what something's opened. I talked about this about a year ago where I felt they'd messed on with black matter and it had opened portals in time, not just to do with Zoo and other places. And something's been let loose, like some sort of monster energy. They've been messing on with something. Found a Navy cover-up during the whale's strain. And right, okay. There's something definitely going on, and it's out of this visible light. What do the people have to do? Not to feed into it, but maybe, are they appearing, these beings, in people's houses? Are they appearing in people's houses? Because I want to see, if not, go inside and shut the door. Do you know what I mean? It's not a place you want to be walking around late at night. There's definitely something going on there. There's 3 major things going on there. But it's not just going to be there. There's going to be other strange places. Skinwalker's Ranch is going to have a funny energy at the minute. In other places as well. Very interesting. I think there's going to be more crazy events like that to come. Definitely over the next 5 to 6 weeks. Won't we see the lights projecting the holograms? Not necessarily, I don't know. But I definitely feel that it's coming in. There's something to do with they're a being, but they're interdimensional beings. And I also feel that there's military stuff going on there as well. I've heard of funny things happening before in Peru. Other things I've heard of. But Peru could be on some sort of ley line or some opening. Do you know what I mean? That sounds really creepy, what Ranch Lucian's just put in on Twitch. No, the women and the children are in the camp area while the men are hunting the perimeter, and it only happens at night. There was a film I watched once and it was really, really scary. It's like they were stuck back in time and they had to, I don't know who was in it now. I think Ally McBeal was in it. And then they had to send them through the woods, but if they went through the woods, the others would get them. And there was like something in the woods. And then when they got to the end of the woods, then they would come into modern day. They said they were stuck back in time. They lived a bit like the, what's them people called? What live off the land in America? And they ride the horses and that. They lived a bit like that. But Peru is very spiritual, so I feel that there's something open there. I really, really do. That is definitely what I want to see, Mary, is 3-letter corporations are definitely connected, yes. Amish people, yes. Okay, so it's a case of just crazy events and for us to keep grounded, keep balanced, being around nature. I'm not saying we're sticking my head in the sand like we're all Barbies. Like we're all Barbies, you know. But it's a case of, you know, are we the Barbies breaking out, Barbies and Kens, breaking out into the real world? It's showtime, guys, this year. Definitely showtime. Okay. Right, I see Donald Trump and they've got him circled. I think next week's going to be interesting. There's something about court. I've said this before. It's going to be a black lady. If anybody, what's going to take him down. But there's something that Trump could use if he did go to court, and it's something to do with the First Amendment. They're giving us that. It's all to do with different timelines, but it doesn't look very good for him at the minute. It really, really doesn't. It's just, I look into this crystal ball when it comes to politics in America and it just looks chaotic. It really, really does. And it's going to go on for a few months. I'm a little bit concerned about it, to be fair. Will it get to the fact of civil war? Let me pull some cards out. I'm laughing about the Barbie thing because I had a Barbie rant on Twitch, guys, on Sunday night, didn't I, Twitchers? I had a full-blown Barbie rant about it all because I'm a Barbie girl. And I think Ken's quite cool. He's a cool guy. It's nothing but hate that's happening to Trump. That is so true. Oh my goodness. Somebody just said here on Twitch. Aga. Ancient princess found in a tomb in Russia. Perfect, preserved, beautiful, pink liquid in a tomb. Sleeping Beauty. Wow. I want to know as well. I'm going to pull that out as well. I'm just going to do this on Trump and then I'm going to find out what's happening with Russia and China, why they're going around the circulating around the seas of where is it again? The shorelines. Let's see if it's going to go to civil war, this, if it gets out of hand, because there's so many different timelines. There's also been a rise of the dreaded virus coming back here in the UK. They've been pushing that and talking about that on the news as well. So that they're revving up for that as well. Do you know what I mean? So get your vitamins down your neck. I question if it is that. I question is it not something else, you know. But it's just all different events all coming off at the same time. Right, okay. So whatever's going to take place with Trump is going to be eventually televised. It's because they're going to have so much on him. It could get nasty. It could, but I want to give you the 15th or the 16th, the 24th. Remember these dates. I am very drawn to 10 and 11, but I don't know if it's this November, October, November, or next October, November. So possibly watch for that. But America is protected, mind. She's got the Fool card here, which is protecting her. But it's going to get quite toxic before it gets better. It's going to get quite toxic. We've got the Moon card there. So there's a lot of stuff to come out. Hi, Teddy. And we've got the Fool card. So that's normally the end of, you know, the tarot, when the man gets to the end of his journey and he falls. I think they're just going to get so much on him. And it just, I don't know, I just feel the next 2 to 3 weeks is going to answer a lot more. It's not going to be over and done with within 2 to 3 weeks. But it's going to get really, really toxic. So it could, it's more like, if there is going to be something, if Trump runs, if he runs, 2 minutes, Adam, where you putting that cigarette out? Make sure you do, son. If Trump does run into the next election, like for the Republican Party, and he loses, I think that there possibly could be some riots. Possibly. Let's hope not that happens. But there's just an energy here of there's a feminine energy what's on the rise, and it's trying to get into America. And there's like a restriction. It's like there's America and there's like a rubber band over. It's trying to press it back. But it's like stuff, it's rot what has to come out. And it's on both sides, mind. It's not just on the Republican side, it's on the other side as well. I personally feel that there's both as bad as each other. I think that there's no such thing as sides. I think it's the same penny, two different sides. And what one's accusing one, that possibly the other one's already done. Do you know what I mean? But I just think that it seems like they've got a lot on him here. It doesn't look very good. I'm going to pull 3 more cards out, and then I'm going to get straight in. Somebody else wanted us to ask something else. Oh yeah, it was the C's, wasn't it? Yeah, it's going to get quite nasty. I do see possibly military on the street. It could get quite nasty. I see him standing in court. I definitely see him standing in court. I'm going to ask one more thing, and I need to ask this. Will he get put in prison? Yeah, Maggie. Let's have a look. Maggie Motherall says on Twitch, I think the trial on Trump is really a trial on the American people. Oh God, I nearly said fuck. Hell. Yeah, I do believe that they could try and do that. And that's what will happen. I think there'll just be absolute, just pure hell on if that happens. The thing is, but, and I've said this for a while, it's not going to end the way you think it's going to end. There's all this hype, what's happening, okay? You've got both sides to it. And then all of a sudden, it's just going to stop. there's a bigger force out there than what's going on at the moment on this planet. Now, I'm not saying something's going to happen to him where they can't do anything about it, but it could be. But all of a sudden, something is going to stop. Okay. It's weird. It's just weird at the moment. It doesn't look good. Russian informants, whistleblowers to come forward, scandals to come forward with another woman. A lot of people who will be arrested over this. There's a lot of people around Trump who are going to get arrested. I believe that, and this is why, if it's televised, it's like it has to be shown to the people. The people have to see it. Like I say, not everything is what is said to be true is true. It's so for people who are caught up on it, it's gonna carry on a little while. Do you know what I mean? But I'm getting like next week is gonna be something about judges. I'm getting that. Judges going to court, that type of thing. But there's a twist in the road here. There's a U-turn. There's a big U-turn in the road. But peace isn't going to happen until you get the oldies out and you get the young people in. That's what I think. That's my take on it. But there's loads of shocks to come out. But the could, I'm not saying it's a definite, but there is a timeline where they could stick him in prison. They could stick him in prison. But it's funny because I also see him like walking out of a court in some things like getting stopped, what the Democrats are trying to do to him. But then all of a sudden there's all this chaos and worry, and it's like that, it changes. I think that everything has to go so bad to pull everything out the bag. And what my guide is saying is that it could come out where stuff could come out to the left as well, where it could blow the cat out the bag and they could end up shooting themselves in the foot. Do you know what I mean? But I still think that all this isn't going to stop until everything changes, because it's too toxic. It's far too toxic. I'm still getting a feminine energy in the US, and I've been seeing this for about a year or so now. But we'll take it week by week. I've always promised that I'll do that for you. But I don't get a good vibe for what's to come for him at the moment. And I'm going to leave you there with that one, because I don't want to take the whole night up on Trump, right? Because we're going to do we're going to do your own horoscopes. No sound. Can you not hear us? Twitch sound is muted. It shouldn't be. No sound on Twitch. Oh no. Can you hear us on YouTube? Give us a 5-5 if you can hear us on YouTube. You can hear us on YouTube, Lisa? So it can't be me mic. It literally can't be me mic. Because if it's working on YouTube, no sound. Sound is muted on YouTube as well, Mary. I haven't got it turned down. They cut it at Trump, yeah. Because they will, because it's toxic. The whole damn thing is toxic. Hello? What about YouTube? Well, but it's working. Me mic's working. So what am I going to do? Come out of the stream and come back in again.
I think that's what you're going to have to do. Yeah. Is there any way you can come out of Twitch and then, no, because you'll have to come out of both of them.
I'll have to come out of both of them.
Yeah. Well, that's what you're going to have to do.
But it can't be me equipment, because if it's working on YouTube, do you know what I mean?
Honey, it's not you. It's Twitch. So you're just going to have to back up. Oh, wait a minute. It came back on.
Has it come back on? Hello, 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 hello. Right. I know what's happening. Right, okay. It's a frequency thing. Right, okay. Bye, Debbie. Bye. That's just my little friend from Texas. Right. It's every time I talk about that man. Right. I don't know what is going on at the moment. But I'm telling you, right, there's something going on when you're getting into like the lower frequencies and what's happening. There's something weird happening at the moment, and we need to try and keep this vibration, because this is a healing circle tonight. Right? I will do a very heavy political deep dive, but tonight we're going to be looking at the planet and everything like that. But I just think that the veil is very, very thin at the moment, and I just think that we'll have to try and keep the frequencies up. Your voice is high pitch. Yeah? It's every time I talk about Trump, something goes wrong with me computer. Right, so give us a 5-5 before I carry on. And we're going to look into the oceans again. I'll just refresh the chat. Yeah? Over the target. It's like it's all the Satanists are coming out of the woodwork. Right, good. Right, what's that place called? Because I'm terrible with geography. Where they're circulating, China and Russia, the submarines and the ships, where they're circulating. It's off the shores of where? Begins with an A. Well, it's Metro, it's Mercury and Retro as well, isn't it? Alaska. I want to look into Alaska, which is important, and we'll go back to the weather thing, and then we're going to do your predictions. So I've talked about this before, how you've got like the 4 heads of the beast, okay? And it's all the different corporations, and it's breaking, okay? So they're scurrying for like who gets what. That's the only way I can describe it. It's a massive shift happening here. It's just, we're going through like some sort of, we're on the edge of time, going through like a new timeline. It's really weird for the whole planet. So when they're fighting for different, it's all about money, it's all about greed. So when you've got people like Putin and people like that and all the different heads and that, it's like maybe Putin's not going along with what they want them to go along with, you know? So they're fighting against everything. It's above, like that ladder. You get to find out everything out. It's good guys, bad guys basically working together because they know what has to come in on this planet. And anyone who's in the way with like fossil fuel and stuff like that, they're not going to tolerate it. It stinks of extraterrestrial energy, but not in a bad way. I don't feel it's a bad way. It's about what's best for the planet. But there's more going on than what's going on in 3D. Does that make sense? So it's exciting. I know, Maui's burning. It's so awful. We did a prayer earlier on. We need to pray for rain there tonight for over there. And that no more people lose their homes and stuff like that. So there's new technology coming in, and I believe that Australia will pave the way. Parts of Saudi Arabia, Dubai and places like that. The UK. But there's like a breaking down of communications in the US. And plus as well, energy's trapped on the land. So it's like all the pain and it has to come out and it's coming through our ancestral roots. So there's going to be a lot of, I wouldn't say like civil war, but it's like, it's near us. It's near us. Do you know what I mean? Because there's some people who will not want to go for all this new futuristic technology, what's going to come in. Some people will, but some people won't. They'll say it's the mark of the beast and stuff like that. A lot is going on in Antarctica. There's a lot of military operations taking place. So when you disturb these things, what's happening on the borders, you see, it's not just to do with child stuff and trafficking and all of that. It's also to do with other stuff as well. And they've been making a lot of money. It's all about gold. It always reminds us of the film, The Three Kings, when they were fighting for... It's a good film, you should watch it. Saddam Hussein's gold. So how things look on the surface, there's a lot more going on underneath the surface. Like if we're looking into Iran and Iraq and you're going into the mountains with the little billy goats and that and how the people live. Syria was not what you think it was. Where everything got kicked off, when Biden left all the equipment over there and all the army stuff over there, the weaponry and stuff like that and the helicopters. There was more going on. It's futuristic cities. There's stargates there. It's all going on underneath. But the normal Joe Blogs on the street doesn't know this. I know this because I do remote viewing. It's always the people of Earth what get hurt. So the good guys are definitely winning in the end, but we'll have to save this planet. But the amount of corruption, what's going to unfold, what's going to come spewing out, I definitely feel over the next couple of weeks is going to be quite shocking, to be fair. I sort of see Mother Mary and she's putting like a shroud around Earth to protect all the children, to protect all the animals and the innocent people. There's also going to be a lot of corruption still to come out with the Vatican. I'm seeing aircraft in the sky. I'm seeing military, and I'm seeing, this is awful, guys. I'm seeing military strikes on ground, you know, like when they're doing strikes. It reminds us of what happened when they were doing the strikes. Was it over the Middle East? Was that when Obama was in? Or am I thinking of something else? The strikes, what took place. I'm seeing something else like that. There's something definitely to kick off over Sudan or in Africa. There's been a lot of bad stuff happening on the borders of Ukraine. Watch for 2 or 3 people. I'm going to be careful what I say here, right? But I'm actually saying something about an assassination with somebody. Just like that. Money and corruption and lies. All rooting back to DC. This is when I need a cigarette and I wind myself up. I could just fancy a nice gin and tonic, guys, with some ice and lemon. Yeah, it could have been a twitch problem. There's a lot of Mercury in retrogrades this month and everything, you know what I mean? Oh, the pig farms is horrific. The poor animals. We need to send healing and blessing to all the animals. That's something else, you know, there's going to be a rise on this veganism. But the thing is, you know, we're hybrids. We are the hybrid aliens. And I talked about this on Sunday night. And we're not all vegetarians. And, I mean, vegetables are good for you. Do you know what I mean? But some of us are carnivorous and some of us do need our meat. And until they bring in this new substitute, because when I've done the channelings and the remote viewing on these different planet places, you know, they have this pulp-like vegetable, and it's sort of like a vegetable fruit. It's a pulp thing. So they don't drink milk. Yeah, they just have their mother's milk, like the Pleiadians and stuff like that. But they've got this, what they give their children, and it's got they drink it a lot. It's a bit like a thick smoothie stuff. And it's got every nutrient in it. It's full of protein, and it's very good for the humanoid body. And so basically, if you had one of these to drink, it would fill you all your vitamins for the full week. You know what I mean? They drink it and put in space and everything, this stuff. And they want to, the Pleiadians and the different star beings that are channel, they want to bring these type of amazing fruits and vegetables in. Because there is trade going on. There is a lot of trade going on, and it's better for the human body. So until all of these things are introduced in, you know, human beings are still going to want to have a steak and stuff like that. But the majority of humans, as I look on, let's see if I can look on a bit. I like looking way on. I could just drink a Pepsi now. Not a Coca-Cola, I don't like that. But I like Pepsi. I could just drink a Pepsi with some ice in. Or a nice lager, like a lager and lime. I like, what's the lager I like? The German one. With a bit of lime, a dash of lime in. A Budweiser. I fancy a Budweiser with a dash of lime stuffed in. That would be nice. An icy cold Budweiser. I never drink, you know, I only drink like once or twice a year. And that's one of them's Christmas. Are you drinking Pepsi right now? Are you got a Pepsi now? Oh my God. Right, okay. Let me have a little look on here. Yeah, so there's a massive shift happening. I keep getting that the world it's going to look so unrecognisable 10 years from now. There's a lot of futuristic stuff to come in. So when people are opposing that and they don't want it, you know, but they want to know about the aliens. I mean, you can't have one without the other. And I always say this, you know, the Pleiadians didn't get here on a banana boat. They come on highly advanced equipment, you know what I mean? A lot of snow to come. I don't know, we could have a big freeze at some point. The world's going to go through a massive transition. There's some frequency wave what's happening around the planet at the minute, and I don't know what it is. I'm not scientific enough to know what it is, because I'm not a scientist, right? But it looks odd. It's like an odd energy. And it's not the 5 thing. You know, the good thing. It's not that. This is something completely different. It's something that's coming in from outer space. It's definitely is affecting the frequency of the planet. Solar storms. Solar storms. Cucumber lemonade is good. Oh, I've never had that before, David. That sounds amazing. Patricia, someone was threatening Biden. The FBI shot him dead. Oh my God. It's going to get nasty on both sides. I'll be honest with you. So it's like you come out of the picture and look in on it. You know, like me, I'm not a Democrat and I'm not a Republican. So I'm looking out of the situation, looking in. And I think both sides are vulnerable. I think both sides, you know, it's not, whatever they've been seeing in the truth community, there's more to it than that. You know, it's like there's more stuff to come out. But all this hype on these 2 old men, and I mean, these 2 old men are not going to play a part of America's future. And I'm going to, it's just gone, bleh. These 2 old men are not going to play a massive part into America's future. Just thought I'd say that. It's coming out really strong. Are you ready for the big download? I'm getting it really strong. Maybe for a short time. The right side hasn't even begun to fight back. Well, I know, Bruce. I mean, I wanted to know what happened to, what was that guy? What was supposed to be coming out with loads of stuff and it never came forward? I just go on what I feel, not what's been told, you know. You've got to go on what you feel. This is what I'm getting tonight, right? Either one, be it Trump or Biden, if they get back in as the next president again, they're not going to last 5 minutes. But what I'm getting is that it's not going to end the way you think it's going to end. A little while ago, I did say that Trump would be out and then he'd be back in again. So it's possible. But I don't think he'd last 5 minutes. But there's something here what just I can't put my finger on. You have like cruel twists of fate. You have godly actions, that type of thing. Because there's a bigger picture. Because whoever is ruling this world, and I'm not talking about 3-letter agencies even, I'm talking about whoever is trying to protect this world, right? They have to go what's best for humanity, not what's best for either political side. Mary, I watched this series on The Simpsons on Facebook the other day. Donald Trump got back in an office, but his daughter took over. Interesting. Well, they're both getting on, do you know what I mean? Julian Assange will be freed at some point, but I don't know. There's a massive gagging order. He knows a lot. He knows a hell of a lot. Good God, what have you done there? No night, son. Coming in, bloody what, knocking cups over and that. Julian Assange. He just wants to live his life. They've really tortured him. Do you know what I mean? He's got a wife and children now. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of abductions happening at the minute, AJ. AJ's just sat here on YouTube, a 15-year-old girl who's been abducted from the forest and she managed to escape. He's clumsy. He's like Norman Wisdom mystery. And everybody knows who Norman Wisdom is. It used to be like a comedian what used to keep falling over. Yeah. Some big news to do with the bridge. And I'm also getting big news coming in with the Kremlin, but I'm also getting big, huge news coming in with China. It's quite a year. There could be another pandemic here, you know. I'm seeing it really strong. You know, it's like a bit of Geordie coming out in this. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Henny? Okay. We just have to pump up on what, we'll put it this way, they can't put the UK into another lockdown like they did because the British people would revolt. There's going to be a lot of protests, you know. I hope it's not through that. A lot of rain, a lot of protests. This winter's going to be the storm of the century, and it's a case of extreme weather. Extreme weather. And then I'm concerned about Australia, because when you're going into the bush, where the kangaroos are and the little koala bears, they haven't had their summer yet, so I'm a little bit concerned about bushfires to come over that way as well. I'm also seeing flames in New York City or around New York. If it's not New York, look somewhere where it's very high, buildings, that type of thing. Now, I don't know if this is to do with an explosion or this is deliberate, but there's something to do with fire and smoke there. Whatever's going to take place is going to have it on the edge of our seats. And it's going to be a case of, it's a bit like be a pig situation. Do you know what I mean? It's like really on the edge of the seats. There's a lot of corruption to come out to do with Hong Kong, what took place in Brexit. And I also feel that there's going to be a wobble to do with the NHS system. And that is definitely going to go into a 3-tier economy thing. Things need to change there because it took a lot of pressure with what happened with the pandemic and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? I see nurses going on strike again. Train drivers. Something to do with British Rail. Something big coming out to do with British Rail. And I'm also seeing shocks coming out with Harry and Meghan. Huge shocks coming out very, very soon. 7 feet, and some say they were like a silver armour. I need to see some videos of this. I'll be hunting that down when I come off this stream tonight. About these alien beings in Peru. It's definitely, they've come through from interdimensional. Where I don't live far away from, I live from a place where I'm on the borders, guys. So you're talking, I live near Hadrian's Wall. So it's very, very haunted, and it's a hot spot. We're not far away from Kielder Forest, and it's like Halloween for grown-ups. You go up there and you see all the UFOs and, you know, basically like that. People have had burns on their faces and they've seen stuff with the radiation and that. And I've done a lot of ghost hunting around all this area, but there's a place called the Military Road. It's the old Military Road. So they call it the Military Road because there's like an army barracks, which I've done quite a lot of work for up at the army barracks. Which is another story. Very funny. I tell you what, them army wives, they know how to party. You know? But anyway, so you're talking, it's along this really eerie military road, what used to be where the Roman wall was. And then all of a sudden you'll see like a little light. And you can turn up it. And you go like miles down this country lane, and then you come to like this guard room, like a guard gate, and there's the guardhouse, and you can't get into the place unless you've got a pass. I've done quite a lot of parties up there. I've had some fantastic nights up there. They're so funny, you know what I mean? And the last time I was up there, because they normally have the Alsatians, the big German Shepherds as the guard dogs, and they had 2 Jack Russells called Penny and Poppy. And the first time I went in, I was told, I had to say this certain name to get in and that, who I was and that. And they goes, oh, well, come on in. And they said, and I goes, well, where do I go? Because it's like a housing estate. It's where all the squaddies live. And, you've got like the normal soldiers, then you've got the officers. They live in the bigger houses and that. It's a proper, like, their own city. And it's got their own school, their own shops, everything. The teenagers and the children do not leave the area because it's all guarded and gated, which is great. It means that kids can play out in the street. So if you go into these military barracks, it's a bit like Soldier. Do you ever watch Soldier? Which is a great TV series. If you haven't seen it in the US, you should watch it. And they had Geordie lads and that. It just means that the kids can play out in the street. It's not like that in the normal world when you're coming onto Civvy Street. And they goes, oh, Penny and Poppy will take you around, because I said I needed to go to this address. And the little Jack Russells walked us around. Clever little dogs, Jack Russells, and I've had them, as you know. And they walked us around to this woman's house and then walked back. And I thought that was really cool. Really, really cool. But it's just like a city on its own once you get in there. And I was just like, all right, I'm going into a soldier's house, and a bunch of lasses, and I walked in and they were like, I don't know what. I mean, they had all this drink lined up on this table. They must have thought I was some sort of Ann Summers girl or something, coming to do them a party, like a sexy party, but I wasn't. I was coming to do their cards. What a scream. What a scream. And, my God, they wouldn't let us go home. They were trying to ply us with drink and everything, you know what I mean? It's so funny. So funny. So I've worked a lot for the army wives and the soldiers and that, And then, of course, I ended up working for them when I've helped to find the missing soldiers in Baghdad and that. I helped in the 2009 incident when they were coming out of a bank in Baghdad and they got abducted, and they had taken them away and they did horrible things to them. So I helped find some of the soldiers, Oh, army wives can be really fun. Very strong women as well. But I thought it was great up there, do you know what I mean? Really good. But I just thought I would tell you that. So anyway, when you're going up this military road, it's full of, I'm telling you, I always go off. I'll go off and I'll start talking about something else. It's a big sighting place for UFOs, and I've had contact up there with my friend Simon a few times, and with my ex-girlfriend Sandra. I was also there, and we got actually transported. We seen some lights. The lights came in, and she was freaking out, and I was trying to wind the window down to look, and she was going, shut the fucking window. And my hair was pulling up. It was like something off a scene from, it was a foggy night. It was really creepy. It was something like a scene out of Close Encounters. And this strange smell came in the car, and I just got this overwhelming feeling of excitement. Sandra was absolutely freaking out, crying like a baby. And you'd laugh your head off if you met her because she's like a bloke, you know what I mean? She was like crying her eyes out. And I was wanting to get out the car. And that's what I'm saying. When people are having these experiences, some people are saying as abduction, but the starseed people, the ones who really are connected with them, they see it as they're the volunteers. They don't see it as abduction. Does that make sense? So anyway, the next thing, we can't remember anything, and we're in the middle of a farmer's field. It's Scotch Corner. And if anybody doesn't know where Scotch Corner is, it's in Yorkshire. It's like on the edge of Yorkshire, hundreds of miles away from where we were, and we'd lost 4.5 hours of time. And that just changed me. That was back in 2006. It just blew me mind when that happened to me. And and then there's been another incident when me and Simon were chased by a ghost truck, and it was a massive, massive truck, like the big sort of convoys, and we're just trooping along, and I goes, what's that? And he goes, it's heading straight towards us. So we started to go for it, and it was trying to ram it off the road, and it literally was like, it seemed solid like a truck, and then we were pulled into this ditch quickly, and it whizzed by. and then it just disappeared, and we realised it was a ghost truck. So there's things coming through the atmosphere. Then there was another incident when I was driving with Sandra, and this thing which looked like a predator jumped onto the bonnet, right, and then jumped off into the farmer's field, and it looked like the predator. So I think it's very sort of Stranger Things around here. And then when I've been up at Kielder Forest, I feel there's a military energy what's underneath the ground. So I think that it's not just happening here, I think it's happening all over the globe. And my understanding is, when I've looked into all of this with remote viewing, there's an underground cities everywhere. There's portals everywhere. So because everything is shifting now, we're going to expect a lot of hauntings. We're going to see a lot of strange events. It's all very exciting. I still haven't got my camera sorted out, and I am planning on doing some ghost hunting for you guys, which will be good fun. And I'm going to take you up that way. But there is a place I'd like to go to, and it's down at Rendlesham Forest, down south. And it's an old American Air Force base where it's a hot UFO hotspot, and they did a film on it. And everybody who goes into this forest, apparently they don't come out. And of course, I'm a bit of an adrenaline junkie, so I want to take us in there into a live, which I think will be good. So yeah, we're going to have some strange events this year. So wherever you are around the world, you know what I mean, get out there when you can if you've got the stomach for it. But there will be a lot of people having sightings. But when we are coming near these portals in time, and portals, and we're going to see all sorts of things. And there's nothing more creepy than a dead in the forest. But yeah, where I live is very, very haunted, extremely haunted. We are the original Anglo-Saxons, and my Geordie language accent, shall I say, is the nearest to what they were, the nearest to the Anglo-Saxons, the Vikings and that. So, and of course, there's a lot of castles around here and stuff like that. So everything, that's where ghosts come in, because they get trapped. So as everything's shifting, the trapped entities which are here, and the called ghosts, but they're not, they're just souls like us. They need to be released to go back to spirit. I always feel when I go into a haunted castle and people are paying tickets for these haunted castles, like Chillingham Castle, what we have up here, which is the most haunted castle in Britain. People are getting entertained and they're staying overnight, and it's all screams in the middle of the night. But you've got a lot of poor souls. It was an earl of somebody, and he went mad. And he tortured children and his wives in this bloody castle. And of course, they've died in this castle, and it's that these poor souls are trapped in this castle. I would like to go in there and clear them all and rescue them all, because that's what I do, is rescue work. So there's going to be a lot of rescue work what's going to take place on this planet. So everything's shifting, the platelets are shifting on a physical sense in a 3D, but it's shifting everything on outer realms as well. So it's going to disturb the ghosts, it's going to disturb the ETs, it's going to disturb all these portals in time. It's really huge what we're in at the minute. But you mustn't be scared, you know what I mean? Because they've always been there. But they are opening stuff up. Monsters and deities and all sorts of things. It's very Stranger Things what we're in at the minute. But I still see, even though all this is happening, it's man that we have to be careful of. Not ETs. It's man. It's humans. And it all comes down to the good force and the bad force. We are here. We are changing. We are doing what we need to do. This is school. But some people are easily puppeteered. Some people are born into it. Some people are gain attachments from whatever reason. It's a spiritual warfare. Yes, Sue, that's what we're in at the minute. But watch for some crazy sightings of crazy craft. But it doesn't mean that the extraterrestrials are flying them. Because what I'm saying to you is this future world is already here. we've just been stalled in time and it's about to all come out. What is Mary saying here? We're definitely on an exchange timeline between Nibiru planet. Yeah. It's huge what we're in at the minute. Don't think for 1 minute that we're just physical beings plonked on this planet living on a bowl of rock. There's more to it than that. We only know what we've been told about our physics and stuff like that. There is many reptilians. They're not all bad either. I know when you're going into the different sort of, the extraterrestrial communities and the truth community, they say, oh, keep away from this one, it's bad. Keep away from that one, it's bad. I'm going to say something now, and it's as simple as what I've been told, right? There's good and bad in every race. And it's the same in the extraterrestrial races. Lionsgate has opened up, it's shifted, it's helped with something. And I've been saying this as well, we have to try and keep grounded, be around nature. A lot of people are so in a hurry to go into the fifth dimension, but it's something that you don't stay in. You don't stay in it because then you wouldn't be able to operate and you'd be dead, right? Energy's changing all the time. You just need to try and keep balanced. And I'll be honest with you, some of you are going higher than the fifth dimension when you are sleeping. Some of you are time jumping. I want to say it's an exciting year. And Halloween's going to be a strange one. There's going to be some big news coming in around Halloween. Massive news. Okie dokie. I've just had yes jump out of this crystal ball. I could go on and on and all night doing this, and then we need to do your star signs. You know what I'm like once I start talking about world predictions. 2027. They're giving me a big yes. I don't know what that means. Flights getting stalled. Flights can't take off. A lot of smog. Problems with the air pollution. I'm still getting the boot of Italy. 9-7 connected with Trump. I'm not going to say his name anymore in case the audio goes off again. 9-7 connected with Trump. Wonder what that means. Oh, God bless. So Moon Fairy and Twitch has just said that now the dead has risen to 53. Let's do a prayer. And then I'm going to have a break, and then we're going to do your astrology. Let's pray for these people in Maui. It's just such a gorgeous place as well. We all come together in this circle tonight to send prayers and healing, and we please ask Archangel Michael. I invoke Archangel Michael, I invoke Archangel Michael, I invoke Archangel Michael. Please intervene and help the people of Maui to put these fires out and to save them. I ask Archangel Gabriel. I invoke Archangel Gabriel, I invoke Archangel Gabriel, I invoke Archangel Gabriel to please put the healing and the protection around Maui to help the people and to put these fires out and to comfort them in their time of grief. I invoke Archangel Raphael, I invoke Archangel Raphael, I invoke Archangel Raphael to please comfort the children, the old age people, the animals, everybody on the planet, on the island Maui in Hawaii, to give them healing and protection and comfort them in their sorrow. I invoke Archangel Uriel, I invoke Archangel Uriel, I invoke Archangel Uriel. I ask Archangel Uriel that the ones which have recently passed over, that you comfort them and take them through to the light. And to comfort the families who have been left alone. I ask that Jesus Christ comes in and blesses everybody and puts holy protection around them all. I ask Jed, please can you ask somebody in the spirit world to send rain, lots and lots of rain. Everybody in the circle of light tonight, imagine that all the rain is being sent to Maui. Our Father who art in heaven, thou be thy name, thy kingdom come, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, for we forgive those who trespass against us, and deliver us from all evil. For thy is the kingdom, the power and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Please help to protect the people of Maui and to put the fires out. Amen. Right. It's a worry, isn't it? Lots of rain. I'm seeing a man doing like a rain dance. He looks like a little Aborigine guy. He's got like his little bone in his nose. He's like a voodoo man. He's doing this. I don't know. I feel like I need to do this. He's bringing in 10, 13, 16, 17 rain men. They're all dancing. They're coming to help the people of earth. Oh God, did you hear it? I heard a hop there. Let's bring in this rain dance now for earth, for Mother Gaia. Let's all join hands in this circle tonight and bring in a rain dance. Raise the frequencies. Bless the rain to come down onto Maui and to Hawaii. They're all dancing. It's coming in like a red lion energy as well. It's coming in from the depths of old earth. Like I see a lot of rock. I will show you my people. The heavens are opening. They're going to bring the thunderstorms. They're going to bring the rain. Thank you, O great beings, O ancient ones of earth. I thank you. Hashina Ugia. We are the great beings. We are the great beings. Oh my goodness, I think I'm getting like Aztec people here. He's pointing to the sky. He's pointing to the sky. When the cloud man comes, he's saying, it is all going to come. The sun and the moon of Jupiter will join. They are coming like before. All elements of earth are all joining. Their equipment will not win. Carnivorous men, possibly cannibals, or no, he's saying blessings, humanity. Welcome to New Earth. Welcome to New Earth. Okay, let me have a break. Whew. What's his name? Why is it I come on here and I need to start doing these? Right. Stop it with the channeling. Right. He's getting very agitated. He's like a little Aztec man. And he's saying, he said he wants to talk again after the break. For 10 minutes, because I've got to do the astrology for people. Go make your cuppas. Go and get your popcorn, go and get your drinks. I'm going to make a quick cuppa and I'll be back in as quick as I can, okay? You've seen rain will come. Okay. Give us 5 and I'll not be long. I'll not be long, okay? I'm just going to put my hometown picture on. Right, I'm going live, son, okay?
You are.
Are you alright?
Aye.
Oh, I'm live. I'm still snorting. Where are you putting that out?
Upstairs.
In the bed?
No, upstairs in our street.
In the ashtray, yes. Sorry, guys. Okay. I may as well show you the kittens before we get on. Where's me little darlings gone? All's good. All's good. I'm getting loads. I've been getting loads of downloads since I've got struck down with that migraine. Sometimes I think you just have to work at the right time, don't you? Where's me kitties gone? I take that many pictures. There's Nola. There's little Nola. Right, where's the other one gone? There's Tulip. You can't really see her because she's so black. That's not a very becoming picture of her, really. She's really cute. It's just the way she's lying. There they are together. So there was about 7 kittens. There was only one little boy in the litter. He's been rehomed. And then all the girls, there was 8 kittens. All the girls had paired off, 2, 4, 6, 7. And then there was one little girl left on her own. I was going to take her as well, but I thought that would be too much. But the owner's keeping that one what's on her own. And them 2 had paired off, and I couldn't split them apart because she would have pined. So what I'm going to do is when I get them, I'm going to have it, I'll multi-stream for you guys, and I'll have it, a naming ceremony. And if you'd like, we could have a blessing night for all your pets as well. If you want, I could bless them. Because there's no service out there, you know. I mean, people get christened or they get named or whatever by the holy water or whatever. And I thought, well, I had christened... I had done my own thing for Sissy and Oliver, my 2 Jack Russells. And I actually went, well, you can make your own holy water, but I went and got it from the local church. But you can do it as well with salt and water, and you can pray over it. Look at that, when I'm doing that, and I do that like that. And it's like the light's going around that aura, can you see it? So that's protection against the evil eye. Julie Brett, my doctor used to crack my back in place, but he's now retired. That's wonderful. I'm addicted watching Dr. Montdragon. She's on YouTube. I think she lives in Florida. Don't quote it. She could live in California. I really don't. But she lives somewhere in the US. And people, they're on a channel and they go to a clinic and she snaps and cracks them back in, and it doesn't hurt. But I pop all the time. I pop my back all the time with a roll towel. You shouldn't do it. But my daughter-in-law's brother, he's a chiropractor, osteopath, and he said you can do it as long as you don't do it too much. So you roll a bath towel, so it's like a tight tube, and then I lie on the bed and I go like that, and I lie back and I just pop the discs, and it's the most relieving thing ever. But I'm hypermobile, so I pop and crack all the time. Solus in YouTube has 9 cats, 2 are jet black boys, all rescues. That's amazing. I'm going to end up like the cat lady, I can just see it. You never know. I quite like German Shepherds as well. You never know. You never know. So, we've got this Aztec man here. The Aztecs, they were like old humanity, weren't they? They would be like very tribal. Yeah, people who go and see these people, they feel great after they've been like released. You know what I mean? They've been popped and cracked back in. Little Flower on YouTube. LG, your skin is fantastic. What is your secret? Soap and water. I'm very naughty. I don't use a thing. I don't use creams. I don't use anything. Just soap and water. I don't know if it's a genetic thing or what. I should really start caring and putting stuff on my face. I haven't had Botox or anything. I fancy getting it done, but then I'm frightened because I've got loads of allergies in case I have a nasty reaction. So, I don't know. I really don't know, but it's just soap and water I use. But thank you. You think all the face creams are a scam? Strange times we're living in, isn't it? My grandma had a lovely complexion. She was Irish, my mum's mum. Beautiful complexion, like peaches and cream. She was dark to the hair, blue eyes, proper Irish looking. And she had the most beautiful skin. But I'm not her skin tone. I'm more sallow, like my nana on my dad's side. She was like sallow skinned, you know, like olive skinned. But maybe I've got a little bit of the skin tone without the wrinkles like what my grandma had. But I do have friends who use all expensive face creams and that, and I don't know. I'm not one of them people who faffs on with creams. I do like cocoa butter, you know, like the normal cocoa butter. Sometimes I'll put that on after a shower. And I'll just slap a bit on my face, but that's about it. I've heard of that Marilyn's Planet that you can put collagen in you can drink it or eat it. Coconut oil, yeah. Right, so what I'm going to do is, because it's getting on, I'm going to go through all the star signs. And I'm gonna do like Lulu scopes, which is astrology, but like shortened, quirky messages for you. All right. I won't be giving out the numbers or your colours. The only reason is because I've already done them and I did them in text form, which you can get up. They're on my Facebook page, and they're also on my community page on YouTube. If you need your lucky numbers, they're on there for all the star signs and your lucky colours. But I'm going to be giving you a message for this month for all star signs, okay? So as you know, we've just come out of Corn Moon, which was in August, beginning of August. And then we're going to be getting another one. We're also going to be having a new moon on around about the 16th as well. So there's going to be a lot of activity, you know what I mean? I sometimes wonder if we already have two moons and they hide these things with the whatever technology they have out there. I've been an astrologer for quite a few years now. I'm a Western astrologer, not an Eastern. I prefer if I ever get mine done. I never go for a reading, you know, even though I do readings. If I ever do, I go to an Eastern astrologer. I like that. It always seems to get it right for us. But yeah, I'm a Western astrologer. But my understanding is, and what the ETs keep telling me, that there is more to it than that, because there's other planets out there which are ruling with in other moons that we do not know about. So it's very restricted in a way. So I'm going to be a little bit quirky tonight for you all guys. It's called the new Lionsgate Lulu Scopes tonight. Okay, so we'll start with Aries. Okay, we'll start with Aries. New beginnings are coming in for you guys, and I know it's been very tough for you, and a lot of these strange symptoms that you've been getting. I would say it's all to do with everything what's going on out there what we don't know. Okay, navigating through the storm, but also you're detoxing old wounds. When you start to spiritually ascend, you're getting rid of all your old energy, not just from this life, but we actually do feel that we are we are healing old wounds. Is the channel guy still there? Yes. I'm going to get these out of the way and I'm going to go back to him, okay? Because I promised that I would do these. So what I'm getting very strongly is that you're healing old ancestral roots as well. So there's fresh new beginnings coming in for Aries. You need to keep it grounded because you're the hot-headed ram. All right. And then for Aries who are in relationships, I would say just try and there's a new understanding there. Maybe it's about getting out more with your spouse, your partner, and doing more things together. Maybe it's being in nature will do you good. For Aries who are thinking about starting new projects up, it's a good time. It's new beginnings, and I would say round about the new moon, round about the 16th, is going to be very, very good. I'm being given forget-me-nots for you. I'm going to give you all flowers tonight, actually, because I've given you lucky colours, which are on the things you can check out, all right, on my community board on YouTube, but also and the lucky numbers are there. But I'm getting forget-me-nots. It's going to be like a romantic time for you, a rekindling of old wounds, and it's like the veil is thin, so you're finding out who your soulmate is and your twin soul. And this is to do with single Aries. It's about getting out more. And it's not always, I always say this, it's not about going into pubs or clubs. It's about being in the right place at the right time. Everything is just perfect the way it is. I've been given that. Don't think that the grass is greener on the other side, Aries. I know it's been very agitating time for you. Things have been very scratchy. Things are going to get easier for you. Your health hasn't been so good and things are going to start to improve. And also your money is also going to start to improve. So try not to worry there. I'm going to give you one extra lucky number, which is number 16. Okay, where there's been a lot of pain and a lot of, there's been a lot of grief, things will get better for you. Practice the law of attraction. There's a surprise coming in for you, I would say, round about the 9th. So we're past the 9th, aren't we? When's the 9th, guys? What date is it today? Could be the 9th, it could be the 9th month of September, or the 9th of September. I'm going to take this up to the beginning of September for you. It's about self-care, taking care of yourself, and stop worrying. Things are it's like the glasses, the rose-colour glasses have been lifted for a while, but you're going to start to see it from a different lens. Things are going to start to look brighter for you. It's the 11th year in the UK, so it'll be the 9th of September, or it could be the 9th month September. All right. Choices that you make, you'll make the right choice and stop worrying. There's a crossroads coming in the road for you around about the 16th. So I hope that helps. I'm going to keep them all short and sweet, okay? So that's Aries. So have a good month, Aries. A good month. Taurus. Taurus, the bull. And you being a bull in a china shop recently. Big relationship changes here. Maybe some of you have been shutting doors, making them into the past. Some of you have been wanting to go through new doors. I'm getting summertime and the living is easy. And I'm being given a rose for you. That's a song, isn't it? Summertime and the living is easy. Is it the living is easy? Something like that. It's about, there's a relief. It's like you're relieved. It's like you're walking away from something. And things are going to get easier for you. Definitely going to get easier. And for Taurus who are in relationships, there's a new understanding. There's a surprise coming in for you, something that you've always wanted. There also could be baby news and on the cards here. Definitely so. You've always felt like you've never been able to fit in, and you're starting to find your feet. New projects. And again, I'm getting around about the new moon, about the 16th. Things are going to start to improve, and there could be some big news and around work for you, or to do with your career, or something that you've been well waiting for. It's like I'm taking that angry cloak off you and I'm putting a cool, calm, blue cloak on you. Things have been a bit tough for a while. Chaotic is what I want to say. Some of you are thinking about going on vacation or having a break. Now is the time. Now is the time. In paperwork, what's going to come out of the blue, and it's going to be, it's going to bring you big news. So you've got a rose there. So all in all, it's quite a good month for you. But it's definitely about relationships and growth and making things better, growing things, building businesses, that type of thing. Also, watch for a blast from the past coming in for somebody that you haven't seen for a while. And a tall, dark stranger for people who are looking for relationships or somebody. There's like something nice coming in for somebody. And follow your heart, Taurus. Stop worrying what other people are thinking. Just go for it. And as the Geordies say, shy Ben's getting out, which means don't feel afraid to ask. And I'm going to leave that one with you. That's for Taurus. That's for Taurus. Just keeping them short and sweet. Spot on for your Taurian daughter. That's good. I feel like the galactics are wanting to say that there's more to it. There's new planets coming into play here. New moons are coming into play. It's not just about what we know. It's not just about what we know. And we're starting to connect with outer planets, with the different planets in the cosmos, the Kepler planets. We are connecting, each and every one of us. This is a message for everybody in this audience. Each and every one of us are going to connect with our home planets from past lives. We're going to start to take on what old teachings. We are connecting with the extraterrestrial planets. That's right, Mary. Gemini. Gemini, the twins. The thing is, can you be the good twin or the bad twin? Geminis are very psychic characters. You find that there's a lot of astrologers and psychics who are Geminis. Things have been tough for you. You've got to stop worrying. What's coming in for you this month, Gemini, is stability. I want to give you the colour blue as an extra colour. But I'm also being given bluebells. Bluebells in a meadow. Romance. There's like a child within you what needs to come out. You just want nurtured. You're so tired. Things have been tough for you recently. Always counting your money. Always worrying. You've got to stop. You've got to start, believing in the law of attraction. There's a chance meeting. There's somewhere where you can go, or there's something that you can do, and just get yourself out, even if you've been depressed. Remember, you're clearing old wounds. The 16th, the new moon's going to bring in love surprises in time for you. If you've been feeling emotional, it's just like it has to come out like a spot. It has to come out like a spot. Things have to get better. And this is for even people who are single or are in relationships, It's okay to cry. I don't know why I'm being given that. Have you been feeling very sort of down recently or a little bit depressed? Things are going to get better for you. Crying's a natural thing. It's like cleansing, isn't it? So maybe is this crystal ball showing us that you've been having a bit of a rough time recently. You've got to stop pulling yourself down and start believing in yourself more. There's a lot of love for you in spirit. Things are going to get easier. Where you've been struggling, where you feel like you've got to stop saying that you're not good enough. Because remember that the veil is thin now. So we are coming into the new age. In words and thoughts or spells. So you've got to start thinking strong. I've been given a black raven for you. I work a lot with the different animal guides as well, with us being a shaman. And this black raven is going to bring you lots of luck. If you see one, just salute to it. We always in the UK, in the north especially, it's a gypsy thing, and as well we go, good morning, Mrs. Magpie. Good afternoon, Mr. Magpie. You know, because you got 1 for sorrow, 2 for luck, 3 for a boy, 4 for a girl, all that type of thing, or whatever it is. All these different gypsy traditions, you know what I mean? But I'm getting that if you see a raven, salute to it and make a wish. Primrose is being given. I nearly called my little cat Primrose. Primrose. Going back to your roots. But I'm getting a very oldie worldy energy. I don't know if you're into all like the old books and the history and stuff like that. Maybe you need to start going sightseeing and going different places. And for single Geminis, it could be that you're just going somewhere and you're doing something you like to do, and that's how you're going to attract in the right people into your life. Do you understand? By doing the things that you like to do. But Geminis who are in relationships, things are being a bit stuck in a rut and things are going to get better. I don't know if you've been on a vacation or you're due to go on a vacation, but I do think that it's like, it's all rush, and it's like you're thinking of the next step and then the next step and Christmas and birthdays, and you just need to slow down. You need to have time for you with natural remedies. Where there's good news coming in around someone's birthday. Nice surprise coming your way. I'm also getting the 9th and the 10th, but so that could be the 9th or the 10th of September. Do you know what I mean? But no, on the whole, it's a pretty good month for you, Gemini. It's like you're healing, and it's all about gaining your stability. But charity begins at home, I want to say that. Nurture yourself. You know, when was the last time you had a lavender bubble bath or a salt bath or had your feet rubbed, or, you know, pamper you. It doesn't have to be where you have to have a lot of money to do it. And when you're good to you, that's when the universe is good to you. You have the key, Gemini. Keep your vibrations up and you watch things change. And I'll leave that one with you. Are you enjoying these? Am I belching through these as quick as I can? What star signs trump? What star signs trump? Does anybody know? Okay. Cancer the crab. He's a Gemini. Interesting. Right. Cancer the crab. I just feel like I need to lift you out of the water. It's like you feel like you've been sinking for a while, Cancer. Things have been a little bit heavy for you, especially at the start of the month, you know, where we had the corn moon. You know, things were a little bit heavy for you. It was bringing up old wounds, and you've been going through a lot. Grief can mean many things, excuse me. Grief can mean many things. It could be, you know, it doesn't have to be where you lose somebody. It could just be where you've been down, to do with relationships or friendships, that type of thing. But you've been feeling very alienated. You feel like nobody's bothered, and they are bothered. But you need to start looking after yourself more. You know, it's about managing your life more. It's about looking after yourself with your diet and stuff like that. Everything that you ever want will come true, and there's a blast from the past coming in. There's somebody that you haven't seen for a long, long time. Somebody where you didn't think it was possible, and they're going to walk right through your door. Right through your door. I'm getting the letter N. Will bring big luck. And the letter M. And watch for a sudden passing, but don't worry about this. It doesn't mean it's anybody close. It's more to do with a shock, like, my God, you wouldn't believe it. I'm getting the 11th. Well, that's now, but that could also be like the 11th of September, or 11's going to bring you some big luck, big news in. It's as if that you need to move on, but your heart's been broken. This is for single Cancerians. And things are going to get a little bit easier. And you don't have to be in a relationship. You don't have to go by what society says. A lot of people like to live on their own. This is about us spiritually evolving, but it's being with that right person. But for single Cancerians, there could be romance on the cards there. Take that journey. I'm getting abroad, and I'm getting overseas connections coming in here. House renovations, that type of thing. It's about managing everything. Cancerians are always good at homemaking and organising and starting their own businesses. And, they're also very empathic and they're very spiritual. But it's about just being the authentic you, but also having time, which I believe you've been trying to do, and you've been trying to have a rest and stuff like that. But it's a case of that you can't change everybody, you can only change yourself. And when you change yourself, that's when things reflect around you from other people. But you feel like you've been struggling with this. This is for Cancerians and businesses where they feel like they're going up this hill and they keep slipping back down again. And there's going to be a crossroads there, and I'm getting around about the 24th. There's like a crossroads in the road and decisions that you have to make. Definitely new homes on the horizon for some Cancerians, or renovation coming in. And for Cancerians who are in relationships, I want to say it's going to be quite a sexy month. But it's like a new understanding. Maybe some of you out there are trying for a baby, or you're just trying to make things work. But the little things, like the little habits that you get from like your relationships, like snoring and things like that, which have been irritating you. Remember, as we start to grow there spiritually, sometimes the slightest little noise in the bedroom can irritate you. So it's about getting your crystals in your bedroom and pampering yourself and getting into your salt baths and stuff like that. Daffodils. I'm being given daffodils. That's a spring flower, isn't it? And I actually want to say that things will be so different and be big changes in there for some, if not for you, for somebody close around you by next spring. But there's balance definitely coming in there. But yeah, it's all about home improvements. Home improvements, but that could also be doing your health and your body and stuff like that. Next spring's interesting for you. I'm supposed to only be looking on until between now and the beginning of September, but I'm actually they're showing us the spring bunny rabbit here, so there's some big news for spring for next year for you, so that's interesting. So I hope that's helped there. And I want to say wear amethyst for luck, and it'll bring you luck. There's no way Trump's going to be the last president. Who said that? Oh my God. There's no way Trump's going to be the last president if he gets back in again. There's no way. There's more. There's a tons more. The name King's going to come out at some point. I mean, I could be looking a way long on. The name King. Okay. Another Trump could be president. Another Trump could definitely be president. But Donald Trump's not going to be the last president. Leo the lion, which it's been in your time. How you been feeling, lion? How you been feeling? The roar of the lion, the lion's gate, and it's still going on. It's about healing. Boundaries, healing, organisation, big plans that you have ahead of you for maybe his work or career, but it's time to rest. I'm being given Mother Mary's coming in here. And she's saying things are going to get better. it's okay to let the children go. I don't know what that means, like let the children make their own decisions maybe. It's your time. And I'm also feeling for people who are in that childbearing age. Maybe it's your time to have a baby. It's about motherhood, be it whatever level you're at. Do you know what I mean? Whatever level you're at. You could also hear a baby news and around the family as well. I'm being given a butterfly. And I'm getting a very Mother Mary feeling. It's about spreading your wings and allowing people to spread their wings. Maybe things have been a bit too much. You've had to do this and do that, and you feel like you've been pulled in every direction within the family. And by the way, these are for all genders, these readings as well. I definitely feel things where things have been in a loggerheads within relationships and there's been conflict, things are going to ease. Or have you been in the middle of a situation where you've been trying to act as the referee? Maybe it's that. But this month is about healing for you, and it's about letting go of old wounds. But it's also about making time for you, and getting things put into place what's right. Also, it's like, for people who are in relationships, I don't know if things have been a bit tight and you've been trying to sort things out there. Remember, these are general readings as well, you know what I mean? So it might not resonate with everybody. But I do feel the 16th, you're going to have to make a hasty decision on something. But also there could be big news in around you to do with two close people in the family. When I'm talking about healing, it's about maybe you've been thinking about looking into your diet or into health and that type of thing. And a diet doesn't have to be for losing weight. It could also be for like intolerances or just getting healthy. Do you know what I mean? I'm one of them people I don't think that, that you should, if there's too much thingy on weight nowadays. I think just as long as you're healthy. I'd say eat what you fancy, but as long as you're healthy, make sure you get your vitamins into you. But the work is like I don't know if you feel like you've been trudging and treacle or you've just been really tired. So it could be that it's now time to have some health checks, that type of thing. Readdress your diet, that type of thing. Yeah, I'm being given a butterfly, a beautiful white butterfly. And a blue butterfly as well. And for single Leos, I just think that it's about doing the things that you like to do, like the fine art and going to theatres. And I'm laughing actually, even if it's like a case that you go on your own and you've got nobody to go with or find a friend to go with. And when you're doing things that you like to do, that's when you attract the right things in. I'm laughing because I had nobody to go with to see the Barbie movie. Do you know what I mean? And I wanted to go and see the Barbie movie. But I don't know, I just think it's like you're putting yourself first for once. Maybe some of you out there are going through some sort of midlife crisis and things are going to definitely turn around for you. The business looks good, but there's like a turn in the road and there could be a new direction. But there is a massive decision there and there is a halt in the road. And sometimes bad things happen to bring good things in. That's what I want to say. So I hope that's helped there, Leo. Yeah, interesting. I'll just give my fingers a little bit of a break. I went and seen it this week. Wow, was it good, was it? It looks good. I mean, there's so many bad things happening in the world right now, isn't it? And it's about time we're all jolly in that. You should go alone. I know, I don't know if you said that to me last week, didn't you? Electric. Well, I asked my daughter-in-law, Georgette, who looks like Barbie. They were laughing about this on Twitch last Sunday. I asked her, and she said she'd rather shit herself. So there you go. She looks like butter wouldn't melt in her mouth, like a little Barbie girl, but that's what she said. I think I want to start doing karaoke, Johnny. I think that you just need to do things that you need to do. And when you do what you need to do, that's when you attract the right people into your life. It's not always about dating websites and going to pubs and clubs and stuff like that, you know. It's about meeting new friendships and stuff like that as well. I think you should go for it, Johnny. Actually, Johnny, I bet you're a good singer. I know I've got two Johnnies in the audience. Are you the Johnny with the nice voice, the nice gruff, sexy voice? Or are you the other Johnny? I had you once on the talking, which I'll start doing again soon for you guys. Just with all these retrogrades, I don't know if we should try it out. We should wait till the retrogrades go. I bet it's you, Johnny. Did you once come on my show? And the ladies in the audience thought you had a nice voice. You're the sexy voice, Johnny. I thought you were. I bet you're into like singing your country western music and that, are you? Right. Virgo. I like Virgo. My dad's a Virgo. Okay. My nana was a Virgo as well. My best friend's a Virgo. I get on really well with Virgos. Right. Self-care. I'm getting yellow roses. And yellow ribbons. What's that song? Tie a yellow ribbon round the old oak tree. It's been 3 long years. Somebody's coming back in that you haven't seen for a while, but you also need to take care of yourself. It's like you're breaking out. It's like you need to start being you. You've been too restricted for a long time. Nourish yourself, looking after yourself. Well body, well mind, well soul. And I know it's hard to eat healthy when people are on a budget and inflation's happening and prices are going up. But you need to start to try and how you can get vitamins into you more. Looking after yourself. Things have been like you feel trapped. You've been very trapped. Does that make sense, Virgo? And things are going to start to lift for you. Salt baths are good. Aromatherapy and oils. Well, aromatherapy is quite expensive, I think. But salt baths are good. They're cheap enough. Just being in nature, doing nice things. You need the music on. You need to start. Everything's frequency. Everything's energy. So yellow ribbons is like, it's like singing about somebody who's been trapped or somebody who's coming back. Somebody who's been free. Or is this you being free? It's like you're going through, you've been in the dark night of the soul and you're coming out of the dark night of the soul. Suggest things that you can do if you're in a relationship or you're not in a relationship. Suggest things with friends or family, or you need to be around nature. You need to go away for little day breaks if things have been too much for you. There's also a very holy energy what's coming out of this crystal ball for Virgos. And a lot of you are very spiritual. And a lot of you are great truth seekers. And you like to dig and look and there's a great empowerment coming in around you. I want to say running up to the new moon, around about the 15th to the 16th, And the 21st is going to bring you some big news in. Big news in. And I want to say new beginnings as well. I would say for where there's been difficulties in relationships. Some of you have been through a bit of a rough time, or maybe you've split from somebody, or you just divorced, or just thinking about the past. And I want to say, don't look back over your shoulder, look forwards, where you've got your soulmate, you've got your twin soul. I'm also being given a beautiful, precious pearl from the sea. Have you seen that thing what's on, you can watch it on YouTube and that, where people have pearl parties, where they crack them open and they get all these different colour pearls and they sell them and they make jewellery out of them. I find it fascinating. But there's like a beautiful sort of goddess coming in, and she's cracking open this beautiful precious pearl for you. And she's saying there's this hope there. You need to start taking care of you. And I want to say, don't judge a book by the cover, because love is facing you in the most extraordinary place. In the most extraordinary place. I'm also being given the colour green for nourishment. Interesting. Watch what you're watching. Watch what you're watching don't watch the news when you're eating your evening meal, because remember, everything's frequency and energy, or social media, or whatever. Try to watch nice things, because we're absorbed, because we are becoming more psychic and sensitive. We are absorbing in, and even negative energies, what's on the news, can make you feel ill. Romance is on the cards, and I see dancing and an invitation, what's going to come your way. And a woman with red hair, where there will be shocks. But at the same time, there'll be big good news and around a family member or somebody close to you. So I'm going to leave that one with you. It's quite an interesting month, but it's about you've been stuck and you're going to start to break out. But there's also somebody coming to see you who you haven't seen for a long, long time. Becca Boo. I love pearls. I have a pink pearl necklace. So do I. I just one wrapped around a gold teardrop. I've got 2 sets of pearls. One was my nana's and one was my grandma's. My nana's is it's a one from the 60s, and they've got a pink tint to them. And my grandma's is from the 20s. They were given to her when she was, I'm not sure if it was in the, possibly, it would have been in the 30s or something like that, or the 20s. Yeah. And they're just absolutely beautiful, you know what I mean? And I sometimes wear them. I've worn them on my YouTube channel before. I like pearls. Okay. So have a good month there, Virgo. Libra. And of course, Libras are very sensitive, I'm Libra rising. And we sometimes dither, when we find it hard to make decisions. I'm laughing at Debbie in the audience because she'll be rolling her eyes at this one. Because she's surrounded by Libras and we're always dither, don't we? It's about relaxing, making time. Because you've been very triggered recently, Libra. I'm just laughing at Debbie's, we did that, don't we? We're like, oh, we can't make my mind up and all of that. And I'm getting that song. I don't know who sang it, but I loved it. I used to grow up with all these songs in the 70s. Rock the boat, don't rock the boat, baby. Rock the boat, don't tip the boat over. I don't know where I'm getting that. Was it Andy somebody? Andy Kim? No. Rock the boat. Who's been rocking you, Libra? Who's been rocking you? So you've been easily, we're all getting triggered at the minute. Learn how to protect yourself. Remember, I always say this, you can't change who you are. You can't change somebody, but you can change the way they affect you. Remember, you've got a physical, a rainbow, and an outer aura. And it can go out to the end of the street. They go out to the end of the street. So you've got to learn how to protect your bubble. And it's about taking time for you, relaxing, stepping back, try a different angle. Don't be so rigid thinking. Maybe some of you have had changes within jobs or wanting changes within jobs. Okay. This is really strange. I see like a banana tree with a little baby monkey in it. Don't know why I'm getting that. And I'm being given a lily pad for you. Maybe eating, I don't know if you need to eat more bananas or it's somewhere tropical that you're going to go. But yeah, a lily pad like a water lily or something. You need to start putting more colours in you, and colour therapy, all of that. It's good for you, you know. But eating better, that type of thing. Relaxing, having time out. How many Libras are wanting to like go on a little vacation or would like to go on the vacation? It looks very tropical. Or it could be there where there's going to be some tropical world news. Maybe it's around that time you're going to have some good news yourself. Congratulations, I'm being given. Congratulations is on the cards. There's some big news coming in. Some of you are waiting for some news, and it's good what's coming in. Changes of jobs, changes of careers. Confetti, lots of confetti. Congratulations, maybe there's a bit of a win coming in there for some Libras. Take charge of the situation. Don't dither. Don't let them rock your boat. Don't let them rock your boat. I also want to give you the stone rose quartz. But also rose essential oil it might not resonate with everybody. But I don't know, I just feel like roses. The smell roses for you. It's very holy. It's very holy. If you ever get the smell of roses, it means it's either Christ energy, Christ consciousness, Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene. It's that energy, what's coming in around you. Do you remember the rose water? It was an old-fashioned thing. My nana used to clean a dressing table with it. Rose water can be used for many different things. I don't know why I'm getting rose water, roses, rose essential oil. Taking time for you. Interesting. Libra, there is definitely some romance on the cards here for you. Books, study, romance is coming in the most unusual place, and it's right in front of your face. But you have to get out more. It's hard for the angels to intervene when you're doing the same thing day in and day out. You have the key. Right? You have the key. Also see that it's been a trying time for you where you've been trying to be that pig in the middle, trying to keep everybody happy. But again, it's about self-care. Like I've told Virgos, self-care and relaxing and taking that step back. explosive news for you this month, Libra. Interesting. Could be a little bit trying round about running up to the end of the month as we're coming into the next month, which I believe is going to be in Pisces. It's going to be Blue Moon. Blue moon, you left me standing alone. Romance is going to be there just when you need it. And for Libras who are in relationships, it's like rekindling that relationship again. Because it can get bloody boring when you've been with somebody for a long time without getting a bit coarse about it. I mean, sex, it just sort of like dwindles away a bit. It's not like it used to be when you first met somebody. And you're going to get that back again. You're going to get that passion back again. Unexpectedly. I'm laughing about Victoria Wood. She was a famous comedian in the UK. God bless her soul, and she's passed away. Well missed. And she had this funny song, and it was, what was it? Let's do it, let's do it, let's fall in love. What was it? Beat me on the bottom with a woman's weekly. It was like funny, you know what I mean? It was like funny lyrics she had, and it was about a couple who were falling in love again. And that's what I'm getting. It's like you're rekindling, everything that you used to have. So it's like, it's going to get quite interesting. And explosive news in around a youngster in the family. Good news coming in there for you. And baby news. I always like baby news. There's so much bad things happening in the world. I read for a lot of people around the world, and you get like young girls and they'll come to us and it's like, what am I going to do? Well, it's not the end of the world. I mean, Nana used to say this. It's not the end of the world. You'll not be the first and you'll not be the last. That's what she said to me when I was really young. When I had Luke, I was really young when I had Luke. Well. You'll not be the first. Like that. You'll not be the first and you'll not be the last. It's always the good girls what get caught, you see. Always the good girls. But I just think that there's baby news there definitely coming in, so watch for that. So yeah, quite an interesting month there for you, Libra. Scorpio. How many Scorpios are in the audience tonight? Patrick, Patricia, Libra's a very feminine sign, love beauty, pretty things. Interesting. I'm a Libra rising. I'm a Scorpio as well. Back down memory lane. All these old people, they always had it right, We go back to our grandparents and that, back into the wartime. They had it tough. Scorpio, transformation month. I'm getting that song. Footloose, footloose. Please, Louise. Interesting. I'm getting Footloose, and it's about we need to get our dancing shoes on and get out there, and everything's always about rush, and it's about maybe there's some fun time coming in for you. It's transformation, it's passion, it's everything. It's going to be an explosive month. Surprises coming in for Scorpios, and also new jobs on the horizon. People who are looking for jobs or changes in career. Okay, did you just spit in the sink? Sorry. Right. What was I saying? Scorpio. So For single Scorpios, it's a case of everything's like rat race, isn't it? Everything's like rush, rush, rush. And it's a case of just making time for you. But definitely it's like something's coming in for you where you least expect it. Any invitations you get, you need to take. But it's also it's all about work changes, and it's really, really good, Scorpio. It's really, really good. It's transformation. So where you've wanted change for a while, it's like that the chains are being uncut, and it's like you're getting everything that you need. Okay? It's like you've been bolted down and everything is just coming your way. 24th is going to be good. The 19th is good. The 20th and the 21st. I wasn't going to get any numbers out there, but I've been given them there. I'm being given an emerald crystal. Okay. And a lucky black cat. I'm going to get a lucky black cat soon. A lucky black cat. It's going to bring you luck. And if you get the chance to find a lucky black cat, you need to stroke that lucky black cat. Are you listening to us, Debbie? Debbie, who's in the audience, who is grandmother to a naughty black cat. You need to stroke that lucky black cat and you'll get some luck. It's coming through very, very strong. Emerald crystal. Or the colour green. The colour green. You need to start looking after yourself more. You're always rushing around, looking after people, taking time for you. It's transformation. It's dynamic. It's just everything, but in a good way. I don't know if you've noticed the shift, yeah? But it's definitely about transformation. It's like you've been cooking that cake too long and it's been all saggy. And now it's going to start to plump up. Things are going to start to come good for you. But on the whole, it's a really good month. Big decision, Scorpio, I would say, into the end of the month. Transformation in the middle. But readdressing things and growing things. And I'm going to leave that one with you. Let me put this down for a minute because it's getting a bit heavy. I think I've got 4 more to do. Are you enjoying them? Lee Estes, please tell me where my TC kitty is. Oh, I let him out hours ago and he's gone. Right. What's he called? Is he called TC? He's coming back. He's fine. He's still alive and he's coming back. All right. Please don't worry. Burn some incense. Let's check this. I invoke Archangel Michael, invoke Archangel Michael, invoke Archangel Michael. Please bring back little kitty TC and bring them home safe. With love and light, love and light, love and light. Keep all negative entities or energies away from him. Keep him safe away from all harm, and that he will come back safe. Amen. It'll be okay. He's coming back. He's out tashing it. Miss Fluffy too? Is she still missing? Dearie me. He's coming back too. That's a very, very psychic, aren't they? Right, Saggy. Balance. Everything's about balance for you. Have you been overspending, Saggy? Have things been getting a bit too much for you? I'm getting that song by ABBA. Money, money, money must be funny in a rich man's world. Ah, all the things I could do if I had a little money. But the thing is, right, things are going to turn around for you. Could also be that there's some money luck coming in for you. It's about balance. So maybe you've been worried about your bank balance, or you've been worried about things. Things are definitely going to improve. Getting to the law of attraction. I'm getting silver and silver bells. Big news coming in, silver bells. That is Christmas time, isn't it? Balance. And it's on every level. Because you have been going through a bit of a rough time and things have been, you're really, really tired recently. But what you're striving for, you're going to get. Or you've been working hard for something. All this hard work is going to pay off. Where there's been tears and romance, there's going to be happiness. I don't know if you feel a bit of a crossroads and you've been having to try to make a decision, but I definitely feel the first option is the right option. I'm getting the colour white for you. It's going to be very lucky. Especially if you complement it with blue or black, it looks very smart. Do you know what I mean? So any interviews that's coming up, it's going to be a good one for you. Or there's going to be some good news to do with money or benefits or something that you're receiving. But there's definitely more balance coming in. Any Saggies out there which have been worried about their health, it's going to be fine. I just think that you just need to do, it's like you're in I don't know if you're in at the bottom of a hill trying to climb it, but I see golden at the end. Just look after yourself, go for your health checks and that. But, or maybe some of you out there have been thinking about changing your diet or going to get a health check, but don't stick your head in the sand. Everything will be okay. I'm also getting, I'm getting that song, Tell Me Lies, Tell Me Sweet Little Lies. So where there's been something what's been upsetting you, it's as if, or it's all coming out of the woodwork. Everything's coming out. I'm being given a robin, like a Christmas robin. Remodeling you, looking after you, getting balance, getting back to where you need to be. The 24th and the 22nd and the 16th is going to bring some big news. Everything will be fine. It's just that you've had to wait. You've had to wait a while. You've had to wait a while. Okay. So where you feel you've let something go or you've lost something, it's going to come back for you. Or maybe there's somebody around you, close to you, who's really wanting something to happen, and it will happen. Again, I'm getting a nice surprise coming in there. Taking charge of the situation. It's all about balance, not feeling afraid. So for balance in relationships, I definitely feel it's more about understanding for the ones who aren't in relationships, Saggies who aren't in relationships. It's you're trying too hard. Or maybe some of you don't want to be in relationships. But the ones who are in a relationship, it's like, love is facing you right now and it's going to come right for you. It really is. It just has to be the right timing. The right timing. So maybe you found that special person and you're too afraid to say something. Or you're about to meet that special person. Just been given a lovely red heart there. So this is your time for balance. You're going through like a new 7-year cycle in your life. Things are definitely changing. If things get a bit touchy for you running up to the end of the month with the blue moon, isn't it? The blue moon. I do believe that just try and take time out, try to be around nature, you know. And how you feel you're being pulled in every direction, just take that step back and then count to 10 and you'll find things will change, especially if you feel like you're in the middle of a situation with a couple of people where you're that like that referee. Things will get better for you. So I hope that's helped there. Okie dokie. Capricorn. It's about communication this month. It's about getting what you want. Communication. That's coming through really, really strong. Because you feel like nobody's been listening to you for a very long time. I'm getting the 16th. Again, that could be around the new moon. It's like you've been stalled in time and things are starting to whiz up again. And where you feel that things haven't been working well for you to do with business or working relationships. Some of you may even be your own boss or wanting to start something up. It's going to become fruitful for you, but it's just been really hard. Where there's been problems in relationships with Capricorns, it's a case that maybe you've been in that wrong relationship, or maybe you haven't found that special person. Or maybe it's just you are in that relationship with that special person, but there's been that going on, you know. It's and it's going to change for you. Because remember, even going through this spiritual ascension, even the best of relationships are getting rocked at. But you're going to feel like someone's took a cork out of your voice box, and you're going to be able to speak more freely. And things are definitely going to be released for you. And not feeling afraid. But where you feel like you've been banging your head up against a brick wall, in that relationship, they're going to start to listen to you more. There's more communication coming in on every level, every aspect of your life. I've been given a bumblebee, a little cute, fluffy little bumblebee, a honeybee. And it's about nourishment, but you know, like sting like a bee. Something so sweet can also be so stingy. So I just feel it's as if that, again, don't just judge the book by the cover. It's like you go into that chocolate box and you go for that lovely looking sweetie, but you could bite into it and it could be all hard in the middle. But then you could go to that chocolate box and look at something what doesn't look very nice, and you bite into it and it's exquisite. I just get this feeling that you're on the edge of change, but you've been trying too hard on every level, and things are going to start to fall at your feet. I'm getting from the 26th onwards, things are going to change there for you. Little bumblebee is being given to you. And I'm also getting the colour yellow. It's going to be very, very lucky for you as well. Definitely travel's on the cards here. It's about taking time out for you. Stop worrying about money. Stop worrying about everything. Time for change. Or communicate with work. Maybe you need a rest. But it's like you're getting your power back. And I'm going to leave that one with you. Definitely time, again, for transformation and communication. Definitely time for change there. I love bees. We had a bumblebee nest last year, and there was a honeybee hive settled in back garden for the afternoon. It was amazing. Did you get the honey out of it, Becca? We need to save these bees. That's what we need to do. We've got the bloody UK government over here trying to kill them. They're spraying some pesticide which has been proven to kill them. God's food, honey. It's in the Bible. Honey is God's medicine. I think I just think we just need to change who we are by looking deep within and realizing that we are just perfect the way we are. We just need to be us. It's about us all being our authentic selves this year. That's what it's about. Okay, Aquarius. I like Aquarius. As my little granddaughter's an Aquarius. She's so cute and she's so funny. They're so different, Aquarius people. They're very psychic. Extremely empathic. Very arty type of people, you know. They can be artists. They can be clairvoyants. There can be many different. They're definitely different. Extraordinary Aquarius. Stop beating yourself up. This is the month for where, and I don't know if this started at the beginning of the month, all right, but it's self-reflection. You've been doing a lot of soul searching there, Aquarius. Yeah. Design. Why am I getting that? Aquarius people like the fine things in life, you know what I mean? But you've been thinking what you can do to improve your life. Does that make sense? Make things better for you. Stop ridiculing yourself. Stop putting yourself down. Start loving yourself. Number 9's being given. Again, it's coming out very strong tonight for a few star signs. That could be September. There's big changes coming in for you. In changes on the job front. Or maybe some of you are looking about starting your own company up or going for another job. Remember, these are just general readings as well. They're not going to resonate with everybody. I'm also getting the 16th and the 17th is going to bring you some big news in as well. All your wishes will come true. Some of you have been a little bit like recluses, and you're going to start getting that spring back in your step. You're healing, you're transforming, you know, you're changing. Things are going to get better for you. For Aquarius who are in relationships, I definitely feel it's not like you're pushing things away anymore. You're starting to come closer together again. Or maybe you've been feeling that your partner's been doing that to you. Your partner's been doing that to you. But whatever it is, things are going to start to... Or maybe it's just life in general has been like keeping us both apart, and things are going to become more romantic again. It's a time for romance if you are in a relationship. For the ones who aren't in a relationship or looking for a relationship, it's on a trip. Love is going to face you on a trip. Now, that doesn't have to be where you've got to go halfway around the world, unless you want to. It might just be where you just go into the next town for a coffee or something, you know what I mean? But whoever's coming into your life is strong and beautiful and makes you happy and makes you laugh. Laughter is needed. Theatres and fine arts, I don't know where I'm getting that. Any invitations you get, take them. Don't say no to invitations. It's coming out really, really strong. I'm being given an albatross. I love albatrosses. I work with them sometimes. I've been given a white albatross, a bird. We meditate on that. It's going to bring you, I don't know, it's going to bring you like clarification on something. I'm being given that. Signatures, signed signatures, documents, papers, I don't know what that is. Where there's been sadness and tears, things will change for you. Where there's been grief, your loved ones are with you. I've got like an older lady coming in for somebody in this audience tonight and an older gentleman coming in. They're still there for you, like a mum or a fatherly link. Could be like Marie or Maria. Taking that chance and doing things about what you need to do. You've been self-reflecting, you've been looking... You've been so chewed up over the last couple of months and things are going to change for you. It's exciting, especially as you're coming into the October, November time. You're going through like a new 7-year cycle, that is for sure. But yeah, I don't know why I'm being given an albatross. It's like a big seagull. Have fun, do things that you need to do. But where you've been on your own, that's okay. Sometimes we need to be on our own to heal. And you're far better being on your own than just being without anybody. There's a lot of love coming in there. Could be a message for you, Desiree. So I hope you have a nice, interesting signed signatures, documents, papers, something important, but it will be okay. And it's a big yes. And I'm going to leave you there with a lot of love from Spirit. That's coming through very, very strong there for you, Aquarius. Good month. Self-reflecting, putting things behind you, moving forwards. Good. I think we've just got one more, haven't we? We've got the Pisces, the little fish. I've kept her till last. Little flower. Been alone in this life forever, despite having several children. Oh, bless you. I sometimes wonder, because I think that for all light workers on earth, I had this big download about this. It's not that there was nobody there for her. It's because we're all being tested. So the light workers were on a different level. So these dark beings couldn't get to us, so they got to her through our relationships. I call it like the invasion of the body snatchers. It's like 1 minute you've got your boyfriend there or your girlfriend there, and they're fine. Then all of a sudden they're like glazed over, and then things start to go wrong. It's like, where are they gone? It's because something's out of this physical world's changed them. They couldn't attach to you. But I've been told that all light workers on earth will meet their soulmates or their twin flames, because something's shifted out there and out of this physical world, and we will get to meet our soulmates or twin flames. We will. Twin souls, twin flames, same thing. We will get to meet them. So the last one, Pisces. Okay. Love is in the air. Do, 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 do. Love is in the air. Oh, what a month it's going to be for you, Pisces. Romance. And you've been working so hard and things have been so heavy for you. And this doesn't always have to be for a relationship. It could just be that you're having a nice time with friends or family. You know what I mean? Love can come in many different forms. Like that song. Like, I love that film, Love Actually. Who's seen that film, Love Actually? It's a Christmas movie. British. You've got to watch it. Love is all around us, where we go. That was the song in the film. Love is everywhere, actually. It's about taking time for you. Again, self-reflecting. But it's like something good is going to pay off for you. Something really good is going to pay off for you. This is so funny. I'm being shown a little, you know, like the Andrax puppies, like the cream Labradors, like a puppy. And it's got a bow around its neck and it's just running in at you. Now, I don't know this is a message for anybody out there in the audience, but maybe somebody's thinking of getting a puppy, or it's just that feeling when you see a puppy, what looks like that. There's good news coming in for you. Surprises, that's it. Surprises are on the way. Amethyst, but I'm sure that's your birthstone. You need that. Getting out for walks, I'm getting a very country feeling. I'm getting all the browns and the country feeling. Autumn coming in is going to be good for you this year. Really good. Johnny, could it be the Shiner Una dog? Yes, why? Like that type of dog. I love Love Actually. And this is a message not just for Pisces. This is a message for everybody out there. When you're feeling really poorly, or you're feeling down, or we're all got these strange symptoms at the minute, and we're just what's going on in the world and all of that. Just watch a nice movie, and it just makes a feel-good movie. You know, get your gym jams on, lie on the couch. Treat yourself. Just simple things like that. Because I am sure and I am convinced as we are becoming more ascended, we are sucking in that energy. And it's like food. And we don't need to be consuming crap, basically. We just need to be protecting our aura to keep ourselves strong. Well body, well mind, well soul. It's about getting out there, Pisces, and where you're in a relationship, things are definitely going to become quite a sexy, hot summer for you. A lot of laughter, a lot of fun. Getting back to where you were when you first met. And then for the Pisces who aren't in relationships, I don't know, I just think it's like you're getting out more and being with friends. And like I say, some people don't always want to be in a relationship. But the ones who are looking for love, why don't you try like the dating sites or something? And I know there's a lot of people out there saying, no, I don't like that. But you never know until you try. Because that right person could be in many different timelines for you. Because if it's not online, it's something to do with in a group or something online. If it's not in a dating site, it's something online. That's one of the ways. Or the other way is being in the right place at the right time and it's quite local to you. Or you're meeting them quite local. Many different timelines. If they're meant to be in your life, will come in. You have the key. I want to give you the colour gold. It's like they're placing a gold crown on your head. Everything is frequency. Everything is energy. So tell yourself you're that king or that queen, you know what I mean? it's that there's rewards coming your way. And the 16th new moon is going to be quite emotional but nice. And watch for good news what could come in around about that time. And also the 21st is interesting, and the 26th. Don't get too het up about where there's work, too much work, or you're tired with work, especially near the end of the month. Make sure you look after yourself. Some of you have been into wanting to change your diet, that type of thing. But things are definitely going to get easier. There's a twist of fate there. And there's some money look to come your way. Some of you need to get your, like an all man or all woman checkup done, like bloods done, that type of thing. So it could be to do with blood sugars or things like that. Or maybe you're just lacking in vitamins, that type of thing. Surprises. 2 big surprises coming your way. And somebody with a silver car going to bring you some big news. But love is not far away. So if it's not online, it's local. You're not going that far. And it's around food or drink. And I'm going to leave that one with you. Quite an interesting month there, Pisces. Don't worry about work. It's going to be all right. And that person what's bothering you, what's really irritating you, won't be for much longer. They're going to be distracted. All right. I'm getting gold crowns. I don't know why I'm getting that. That's phasing out now. Bit of money luck coming your way, Pisces. Just something nice, like a nice bonus or a little bit of a win, and I'll leave that one with you. So if you're not wanting to find love on a dating site, it might just be on something where you're chatting on a group. Like on this type of group. Or it could be somebody you meet on Discord, or it might just be somebody like that. Because, everything's online nowadays, isn't it? But it could also be that you could just go to the local pub or go to the local cafe and you just bump into somebody. You're not going to go far to meet that right person. And it's just round the corner. So I'm going to leave that one with you. And I hope you have enjoyed that. There is a lady on TikTok who is trying to get spiritual people together. That's good, isn't it? Okay. Let's see if I can get that bean back in again. And I'm going to call it a night. I've held my audience tonight, mine guys, haven't I? I've been on for ages and... Is he back? He's there. He's a funny little guy. He's pointing to over the mountains. Colorado. Maybe there's some big things coming in there. He's showing a fault line through the USA. There's a lot of spiritual activity going on. Portals are opening. Timelines are changing. Angels working to change devastating timelines. Angels are here changing, but we can change them as well. Sometimes there's glitches in reality. But we will witness this year alone some not very nice look like godly or earthly events. Could be changes with weather and that type of thing. He's just saying that what's taking place on Earth is going to change humanity. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by change humanity? It's the position we've been in on the timelines. We're going back. We're spinning back again. He's putting it into another. He's got a clock of us in a timeline, and he's lifting it up and he's putting it into a bigger timeline. There's a timeline what's different. So the creators are changing something, and it's shifting something, and we are shifting something on Earth. There'll be many storms to come. They're still dancing around Maui. They're still bringing the rain in. They're trying to bring the rain in. He's pointing to the skies and these extraterrestrial beings, and they look like diamond ships. And they are the extraterrestrials. And they're like spheres, they're like diamond spheres. And he's shown me that they're trying to stop some frequency wave what's coming in from man, where they've got a hold of the extraterrestrial weaponry, and they're firing it at each other from different countries. There's like a war going on, but we don't see it as a war because we're not seeing it as them things like weaponry. And it's the people what's getting hurt because it's causing all of this disruption on the planet. Interesting. So there's these diamond shaped, we need to watch for these. There's going to be some spheres of ships that we're going to start to see. And they're trying to block something. It could be like, is it the Pleiadians? It's more advanced than this. It's not as. He's laughing. He's saying they're not just Pleiadians. There's different types of races, and some of them you can't even pronounce. Everything is ascending. Even the trees, even the animals. Everything is ascending. And we've done this before, and he's going on about the ninth gate, which I've talked about. We're going through the next level of human, the next Homo sapien. We are upgrading. And we've been taken down so many times, and we're going to win this. So we have to try and raise our vibrations so we are not feeding into the dark energy. And if we keep upbeat, we are going to create new earth. We're going to shift this. Electric Car, who's in Twitch, has just asked, what about the triangular ships? I've seen them in southern Cola and northern New Mexico. They're the connections. They're like the diamond ones. There's diamond ones to come in. They're the same people, the same beings, should I say. So there's the great creators, the good guys, whatever you want to call them, angels, whatever you want to call them, are going to help us to be smoothly navigated into this new earth. Everything's changing from spiritual to physical. And don't get caught up in the political drama what's about to take place in the US. This man, where he's got like a little bone and he's like dancing like that, he's got all these other little people and they're dancing. he's actually said, and I've been given this before, that Donald Trump is not what you think he is. So I don't know what he means by that, but he's not looking very happy. So maybe is there something more spiritual that we do not know, or there's something to come out about it all. But he's saying you do not know who he is. I don't know what he means by that. But it's what is best for the planet. Nobody is immune of being controlled. Talking about time traveling. Right, so they're trying to create some ritual here, these little Aztec men, these beings, and they're putting like a dome around to try to protect. There's something about a frequency thing that they're putting it around Maui and to bring the rain in. Activations are happening now. Activations are happening now. There's some mass sightings to come, and you just have to like watch this space. But what happened in Peru doesn't mean it's going to be like that everywhere. But there is going to be something, there's going to be some bizarre events in cities. Be aware, he says, not everything is physical. There's interdimensional beings, but he's saying be aware that there is trickery also taking place with the holographic to come in as well, where they would look real. So it's school where we're at. It's like what Patricia says, we're all in school. The world's a stage, definitely is a stage. Is there anything else? We're in the eye of the storm. We're in some sort of holy spiritual war. Could be problems with foods and that. We're going back to our roots. Look after your family, look after your friends, look after your neighbours, look after you. So when they were on Earth, there was no clocks. They read, a little bit like Stonehenge. It was all about timing and time with the sun setting and the sun going up and down. They read by the sun or the moon. Sunset, sunrise. Time is going to freeze. And it will only be for a short time. And it will be literal. So we have to get used to getting back to nature. The Matrix took us away from nature. And we have to sometimes have a break to be back in nature. He recommends just trying to have a walk every day, or trying to go in your garden or go for a walk. We are going to go through something, but you're going to come out of it better in the end. That's what he's saying, all of us. He's pointing to the future. I'm seeing crowds of people, he's shown us. It's a timeline. Looks like the election. Like they've blown hoodas and banners and that, and they want choice. I'm faintly seeing Trump on the t-shirt and then it's fading out again. But I want the choice. It's not meant to be. What's not meant to be? There's a crossover in time, you see, in Louise. There's a crossover in time. And what should have taken place is not going to take place. So there's a distortion in time. There's something I don't understand. I'm having to wait for more downloads to come in. There's something to do with in between planetary action or something what's going on, but we do not understand. We're having glitches in time because we're going in and out of time, and I don't know what it's linear time. They're trying to shift the whole timeline into another timeline. The old timeline shows me Trump winning, but then I'm not so sure. They won't show us at the minute. But I see a big statue, and this is a definite. It looks like the Statue of Liberty, but I'm not saying it's that. And there's loads of flowers. Everyone's putting flowers down around this big statue, and everyone's mourning and crying, mourning. It's a memory. And they're giving us Independence Day. And another coronation to come. Get ready for a roller coaster of a year, guys. This year's very strange. And watch for UFO activity. Next year's going to be explosive. Explosive. But this one's going to be explosive as well. They're trying to shift Trump out of the way for some unknown reason. And I'm not talking about the bad guys here. I'm talking about a higher being. We're witnessing. I don't know if any of this is making sense, guys. It's like we're witnessing an old timeline. It's really weird. It's just weird. Weird. He's saying that there's no such thing as time. It's already happened. Something's crossed over and it can't be stopped. It's definitely a galactic shift what's happened. To the next update, guys. Till the next update. Is there anything else that you can give for humanity? To love. To fight for freedom. To love. To fight from your hearts. It's the war that you're in, and humanity will win. It's okay. Two worlds colliding. It's two worlds colliding. Distortion in time. The dust will settle after the storm. It's not worth getting upset over. It's already happened. What's happened? What's happened? It is set not by the manipulators, not by a bad dark agenda. It has already written the future of the USA. It's part of the change, it's part of the evolution, it's part of the ascension. It's the old system fallen. It's the old system fallen. New Earth, new America. Young man's voice will speak wisdom and truth. He will call for new change. He is dark, he is Latin. He's a Latin man. After the fall, there'll be the rise. Men will be on their knees, then they will cry, the flag will fall, then it will rise. New earth will be born. The man who will take the presidency will fall. The woman will take the seat. That's all I must say for now. Watch for the Latin man. Young man, big voice, black lady standing next to him. Goodbye, humanity. You are my future, but I am your future. I am from your past, looking at you into your future, but actually I am your future looking at the past. Ha 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 ha. Work that one out. Goodbye. Till the next time. Namaste.
Okay, guys. Crazy woo woo. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. I'm off now. Hot chocolate. I hope you have enjoyed that. Take care, and I'll see you again soon. I'm just coming down from that. Good night, guys. Take care. God bless. Latin man and black woman. Young man. You got to understand, it might not be this election. That could be any election. Well, it's obviously in our lifetime, isn't it? Interesting. Yeah, I can see a Latin man. Dark. I tell you how we look like. La 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 bamba. La 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 bamba. Do 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 do. Yeah, I love that film. What was that film called? La la bamba. Yeah. He was in a plane crash, wasn't he? I'm off before I go cross-eyed and fall over. I'm going now. And I'll see you, I'll see you Sunday on Twitch. And I'll be back on again here soon. I'm in the middle of making a looking glass for you guys. But I'll see you soon, and take care, God bless, and may the force be with you all. I'm off to get my jammies on, make a hot chocolate, do a bit of editing on YouTube, and I'm going to watch this Peru or something. What do I put in YouTube? Is it Peru? To do with beings running around. What would I Google? Do you know what I would Google? I'm an iron cast woman.
I'm not really from Earth. I'm from Jupiter. I only need 2 hours sleep. Good night, guys. I'll see you soon. Take care. God bless. And may the force be with you all. Now, how do I get out of here? Good night.